Hey, there you go, guys. Did you miss us? All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to our
Yo,
show, Timeless Gamer, where the games
Hey,
and
hey.
gamers grow older while the gaming experiences remain timeless.
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 Woo!
Timeless
Oh,
Gamer is a
yeah.
weekend podcast show that discuss the news and issues of the gaming industry, past, present, and future. You can also check
Mhm.
out our official website, Timeless Gamer, at wakalasproductions.com. And you can also catch our episodes in audio format by going to Wakalas Radio. So Wakalas Radio is also available in Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Overcast, Radio Public, Tune In, and Breaker. And of course, you can also and you can also catch the archives of our previous episodes by going to the YouTube channel of Wakalas Productions and the Facebook page po ni Papa Maynard, ni Papa M. Kaka-computer mo yan. So, you got all of those stuff. We got you all covered. Mapa Facebook, mapa YouTube, mapa audio platform, mapa Spotify. We got it all for you.
Love you, Papa M.
And Papa M, asa na si Papa M? Wala pa rin si Papa M pero sabi daw niya, baka magawa daw niya sumilip mamaya rito. Hopefully, Papa M
Aakyat daw siya.
comes to us. Si Papa M. That's good. Good, good, good. And guys, it's going to be a chill episode just for this week. We are putting the top 10 playlist for a while. And makikita nyo naman. So, balik po tayo sa ating dating format. Let's introduce our panel for tonight. Representing ang mga members po ng Pinoy Retro Gaming. Unahin po natin. Primetime Retro, J Prime.
Good morning, good evening, good day, everyone.
All right.
Primetime Retro.
Retro Freak, Sir Raymond.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Bagong mic ko.
All right.
Upgrade.
Benso.
Who is
Upgrade.
that Pokemon? Pokemon Raymond. There you go. And of course, Banyagang native, si Sir Joel Backlit. Fresh
Good morning,
from
good
Florida.
afternoon, good evening, whoever you are, wherever you are. This is the Pinoy Gamer Abroad, the Banyagang Native, broadcasting from an undisclosed location.
All right. Somebody else's basement to, guys. Nako. Siyempre, ang aming timeless na manga artist, si Mamo
Hello sa
Chu.
inyo. Hello, mega love shoutout sa inyong lahat. Ito po ang inyong residential and salty fighting game / hentai artist, Mamuchu.
All right.
BSG.
Yes,
Bold
And
is
BSG.
gold.
live via
Bold
satellite
is
po
gold.
sa Taal Volcano. Si Sir Carlo Rave, maala.
Ay, gandang gabi mga tropa, mga kaibigan, kapamilya,
Alright.
kapuso, at lahat na ating mga kakilala dyan. Lalong-lalo na sa mga Batanggenyo. Kapit lang tayo mga kaibigan.
Kapit lang.
Alright.
Kapit lang.
And ayun na nga guys, and ako po si Joe ang inyo pong moderator for tonight. As of last week po, no, so sa mga di po nakakatch ng aming show po from the previous 2 weeks, Jay and Sir Ray took the helm po, no, to host po yung aming exclusive interview po.
Wala. Unfortunately po, nahulog po si Kuya Joe. All of a sudden po ay bigla pa siyang nawala.
Nawala siya bigla.
Oo, bigla pa siya nawala. Bigla. It's time to take over, guys.
NXT
Um,
Takeover.
Yeah, let's take over. Come on. Prime time.
Okay.
Let's go.
Take it away, Jay.
I
Yeah.
don't know what to say.
Wala ako.
Ano?
Wala bigla. I'm sorry guys.
Bulga!
I was adjusting my camera and I accidentally touched the close button dun sa aking browser. Sorry guys, touch screen po kasi yung aking screen.
Yeah. That's called flexing.
It's called
Yeah.
flexing.
Yeah.
So, where was it? Okay, so for the last 2 weeks, so we got the exclusive interview po ng Pinoy Retro Gamers Sir Ray and Sir J. Sir Ray and Sir J took the helm po for the last 2 weeks para po i-conduct po, i-facilitate po ang aming interview po with PRG. No?
And might I say,
As
they did an excellent job as
and
well.
did
You
an
know?
excellent
Yes.
job,
Good
especially
job,
sa
you
kudos
guys.
po, Sir si Jay and Sir
Nagdala
Ray.
po yung English ni
Wala.
Jay.
Mhm.
And sa
Okay.
mga di pa po nakakatch po ng replay po ng aming two-parter, we did it so nice. We did it twice, no? So the two-parter po yan, makikita nyo po yan, naka-archive po sa Wakalas Productions YouTube channel. And makikita nyo rin po sa Facebook page po ni Papa M dito po sa kaka-computer mo yan. All you need to do is just to browse. Or if you don't want to browse, you can go to Wakalas Productions YouTube account. Naka-archive po doon ang aming two-parter interview episodes for the Pinoy Retro Gamer. So, makikita nyo naman guys, no? So balik tayo sa dating format. As per tradition, let's proceed with our show and tell na pinamagatang, ano ang kina-computer mo, visit ka?
That always
where
gets
we tend to brag and show our latest gaming acquisitions and our games that we're currently playing for the past few days. So, unahin natin syempre, may pasalubong si Sir Joel coming from Florida. So, Sir Joel, take it away.
Pasok.
What do you
Wala
have?
yung bikini babes. Wala yung bikini babes. Lugi.
Due to the recent upsurge in the Delta variant, we were not able to take a trip to the beach and fulfill Sir Raymond's request to take photographs of bikini babes. Sorry, Raymond.
Ooh.
But I was able to go around a little bit and buy some of my go acquire some of the games that I have been looking around to get for a little while. Nakaswerte ko some of the shops here. One of the games that I bought for the Switch was Risk of Rain 2. I've heard very good things about this game. It's a lot like a small version of No Man's Sky, I think, if I remember correctly the description. The nice thing about Risk of Rain 2 for the Switch is that it actually includes a copy of Risk of Rain 1 on the physical cartridge as well. So basically, you're getting two games for the price of one now. So the version of Risk of Rain 1 is 2D. Risk of Rain 2 is 3D version na. So that's a pretty good bargain. Nakaswerte ako rito. The next thing is I attribute to a streamer called Neil. Hey Neil Trinidad, another streamer that I sometimes watch. I'm hoping that he joins us to become part of Pinoy Retro Gaming sometime very soon. I saw him stream this game called Undertale. I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with the game. It's a role-playing game that breaks the fourth wall. Description is fourth wall being like it's one of those games that it communicates directly to the actual player. Kapag nilalaro mo siya, kinakausap ka ng actual na mga characters throughout the game. I got it in physical because I know the game Undertale is cheap. It's $10 digital. But I always want a physical copy of the game kasi just in case na I don't have any internet where I'm going or while I'm traveling. And final thing is nakaswerte ako na during the time that I was staying over in Florida, Amazon put up a sale on Fire tablets, Fire hardware, and I got myself a Kindle Fire 10 HD. Oops, there you go. And it's a nice little tablet. I got it for very cheap. Normally it retails for around $140. I got it for about $70, I think. And I just installed a very small set of emulators on it, like RetroArch, and paired it with my 8-bit Do controller. So now I can actually run little things like Super Mario Brothers, so that I can play it on the go. I can while my daughter plays the PlayStation 4. with her Genshin Impact, then I can, go retro on the go, That is what I have for my show and tell for today. Thank you very much, Joe. Back to you.
All right. Thank you for sharing that, Sir Joel. Sir
Mhm.
Ray, I heard you got something for the class.
Ayun na.
Hinihintay ko pa rin yung drawing ni Mamochu.
Mamuchu.
On the way na. On the way na.
Inaantay ko pa rin. So, yun nga, wala, hindi dumating yung package ko na i-show and tell. So, as of now, I'm just playing on my stream Digimon World 3 saka at the same time Pokemon Heart Gold. Yan. So, maybe this coming week or the next few weeks, mapakita ko sa sa podcast natin yung binili kong emulating system. So, that's it.
All right. How about you naman, Sir Carlo? Anong meron sa Taal?
Anong meron sa Taal? Well,
Napul sa Taal.
nananakot lang naman. Pero, for so good, okay naman. Medyo kailangan lang maganda ng mga go bags at mag-prepare. Sakaling, basta yun. I don't want to talk about it that much. So, ito. Anong kino-computer ko? I'm still back at playing Fortnite. Sinusulit ko lang yung yung Battle Pass. At shoutout nga para sa mga tropa kong Grievers dyan na nanonood ngayon. Parang Ben Hill, happy birthday. Parang Joseph de Guzman. Kamusta pare? Meron lang ako isang pang show and tell. Ito yung isang game na Super Famicom game na nilalaro namin nung araw. Na kay parang Joseph ko nahihiram. Actually, hindi ko pa siya kilala nung time na yon. Kapatid ko nang hiram sa kanya. Dinadala lang niya sa bahay, tapos nilalaro namin. Ito siya. Space Funky Bob. Scroller, platformer, action, shooter, whatever. Sobrang na-enjoy namin ito. Natapos to actually ng kapatid ko. Ako hindi masyado kasi medyo busy ako sa sa fighting games din nung araw, Street Fighter 2. Medyo nagkakapustahan nung araw sa computeran na mapapag-usapan natin pamaya sa ating topic.
All right. Thank you for that naman, Sir Rave. How about you, Jay? What's new, brother?
Support the Prime.
Support the Prime. Thank you, Kuya Chef
All right.
Mon.
Metroplex heeds the call of the last Prime. Charot.
Yes.
Okay. So, yes, I have nothing to show, but I have a lot to tell. I'm broke, can't afford video games at the moment. But yeah, it has been a busy week. As Chef Mon has said, I'm trying to support the Prime, meaning I'm trying to gun for that supporter badge for my page. So it's been a busy week for me. I've been streaming a lot. Let's see, I've been playing this game called Floor Kids. It's like a breakdancing. It's kind of like Busta Groove, but more modernized to fit more breakdancing. What else? Yeah, been a lot of I've been cross posting over for Miss Suzuka as well. Let's see what else. Pokemon Fire Red I've been playing. Streets of Rage 4. I did a whole playthrough of Mega Man X2, but with a Zero in black armor, and I've also been playing Tetris on if I feel like chilling. If I feel like having an easy stream, I play Tetris. You'll know.
Right.
That's it.
All right. Thank you for that, Jay. Mamochu, what's new?
So far, since dahil nga, same thing with Kuya Joel and Jay, because of the Delta variant, wala tayo masyadong and a lot of the deliveries are getting delayed here. So, hindi tayo nakakapag-order ng mga gusto natin. But as far as what I've been working on or what I've been doing, because I've been busy drawing lots of stuff, I've been playing a lot of gacha games, which is unfortunately I came back to playing Arc Knights ulit at saka Girls Frontline. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yung drawing.
Girls
Kamusta
Frontline.
yung drawing?
I am curious.
Kamusta
Mamaya.
yung drawing?
Is it 2 weeks stay or enough lang?
Yung
yung girls.
Sa Arknights or sa Girls Frontline?
Sa girls frontline.
They're all girls. So you're
No,
not gonna run.
is the art too risque or enough lang, enough eye
No,
candy, kuno?
it's enough eye candy pero there's a trick para makuha mo yung Asian version dito sa America, which is like, they're not as lewd kasi
Of
yung
course.
American version. So you
Not
actually have
as
to download
lewd?
you have to download a certain patch, and then
Of
pag
course.
na-download mo yung certain patch na yon, for some reason pag ni-reset mo yung app mo, you will get the much lewder version pag nadadamage sila.
How lewd is lewd? Sige nga.
We're
What would be
talking
the
about
key
almost,
differences here?
kumbaga sabihin na natin na konting hello na lang makikita mo na yung taal.
Clipot.
Mm. Mm.
No, because a few differences that I've noticed, especially here in Australia, they can be very
Yeah.
very strict with the censorship.
Yeah.
Especially with animated girls and their cleavage.
Mhm.
In Japan, talagang kita mo
Oh, yeah.
talagang lines from here to here.
Yeah.
In certain artwork in America and in the PAL regions, UK and Australia, tatanggalin nila yung yung line, the chest line. Either they're going to remove it or they're just gonna put I don't know, like a piece of cloth or armor,
Yeah.
then call it a day.
Tatataasin yung clothing.
Tataas lang yung bust line.
Yeah, I hear it's
And
very
sabi ko,
strict there in Australia. Censorship,
They
I
can
hear,
be.
is very, very strict. Is that
and
true?
that is why I don't like shopping my games here in Australia.
Oh.
Right.
Makes sense.
Right? I mean, it's just a difference na meron ilang lines lang ang nawala, ayaw mo nang bilhin. Oh, that makes a lot of difference, huh?
It does. It certainly does.
Yes.
It's the way that the artists intended. It's the way God intended.
Yes. I mean, wala ka naman nakikita na babae naglalakad na wala kang makikitang linya dito.
Kaya
Really,
nga.
come on. Oh my God.
It is
Anyway, so my turn naman, guys. So magla-live unboxing naman tayo. So
Cool.
this is
Oh,
part of
yeah.
our we were gonna make
Nice.
this a part of the show na, guys, no. So sa show and tell merong live unboxing. For this episode, it's my turn naman.
Mhm.
So this just arrived this morning. And unfortunately hindi siya umabot on our previous episodes. But might as well. And thank you for Sir Keith and Jay for hyping this up.
Ooh.
I got
Oh.
what is this?
Wow. Let's go.
Mega
Oh,
Man.
duo pack.
Oh,
Powered up.
yo.
Mega Man powered up.
Oh, that's a very cute game. That's a very cute game.
Tres. Tres is already playing that.
So
Mm-mm.
Mega Man powered
Yeah.
up and Mega Man X
Maverick Hunter.
Mhm.
So it's a
X,
dual
yeah.
pack
Yes.
for the PSP. Still closed. Still sealed.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Dun,
And I was hoping for this to arrive during our Mega Man X episode, but got delayed for a bit. But anyway,
Sergio, ano yan? Dalawang UMD?
hindi. Parang 2-in-1 as in. And I
Isang
didn't,
UMD?
yeah,
Dalawang game?
2-in-1. I didn't. Oh, hang on. Is it?
Baka dalawang ano yan. Baka dalawang
Buksan
UMD.
mo.
Oh shit! No,
Buksan mo.
it's
Buksan
heavy.
na
eh.
yan.
Buksan na yan.
Yan.
It feels
Buksan na
heavy.
Buksan na yan. Buksan na yan.
Buksan na yan.
Parang ayoko.
Huwag muna. Let him savor it
Oh, hang on.
muna.
All right, hang on. If I'm gonna look out here, I can see a UMD, and turn it around, I can see another UMD.
Let him
So,
savor it muna. I'm sure we
Two
can.
UMDs in one package.
Mm-mm.
Okay
I'm sure we
naman
can
yan.
just double check online anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I got this from a Canadian seller, and they
Oh.
were selling multiple copies of this for how much lang? I think this particular seller was the only one who was selling it the cheapest. I think you can still check it in eBay. At first, there's no pictures on the listing, so I had to double check with the seller kung legit pa talaga to, and pinakita naman niya, and so he sent me privately the pictures front and back. he did say that it's sealed, so he cannot really just open it up for me.
Yeah.
So, well, as long as as long as I can see the actual item, that's good
Buksan pa
enough for me.
din. Buksan pa
You know,
din.
Buksan pa rin
act-
ba?
actually,
Buksan
now
mo
na,
na.
wag mo na. No, let him savor it. The thing about it is, that's
Buksan
funny
mo
how,
ba?
it's funny how Joe
Hey,
mentioned, it's funny
I
how Joe
haven't even
mentioned,
opened up the other Mega Man games that I showed you guys from earlier.
oh yeah, God.
Ay, meron pa
Well,
isa.
it's funny
Mm.
how Joe mentioned sealed games off of eBay, because I
Hmm.
remember seeing a listing on eBay of somebody selling, I think, 100 PSP games of Hannah Montana for $100. You know,
What?
like, yeah,
What?
it's like 100 games of Hannah Montana for PSP for $100, and I'm gonna have to tell you guys, I was extremely tempted to get it. You know?
Hannah Montana.
Lost, kuya?
Yeah, Hannah
Actually,
Montana
pwede.
for
Para
PSP.
kahit para
They
lang doon sa
still
kids. Na,
Ma-
ha,
na
sorry.
uh, ma-
makakainis.
ito po bang Hannah Montana ay ERCB ERCB tuloy. Ah,
PSB.
ano po ba to? Rated M ba to for mature? Naghubad ba si Hannah Montana
Di-
dito?
Di
Or
pa nagiging wild si
No.
ano,
Hindi
Miley
pa.
Cyrus.
is
Games.
this Hannah Montana when she became a stripper or something?
This is
What is this?
If
your
only, if
Di,
only. You know?
di pa siya wild that time.
Oo. Wala
Di
pa
pa
sa
siya wild.
wala pa sa oo,
Is
wala pa
this
sa
Hannah
production
Montana
arc yan.
riding the wrecking ball?
No,
No, no,
he was
way
not part of
before.
the
When she
wrecking
was
ball
working
thing yet.
already?
You know?
Oo.
But it was so
Alright.
funny because 100 PSP UMD Hannah Montana games sealed for $100. Tell me you're not gonna get
No,
tempted by something like that, Data. Just to give away as a gag gift, ganon yun.
as a gag gift.
Yeah,
And then,
exactly.
tapos ibebenta ni Sir Carlos sa RGCP.
Oo.
Mint condition, sealed, complete in-box, Hannah Montana, ultra rare PSP game.
I mean, if I could still find that listing on eBay, I'll share it in the comment section below, guys. You know, if you guys are interested, who knows? You might want to make a bid, you know?
Sabi ni
Hannah,
Papa M, kapatid raw yan ni, ano, ni Cesar Montano. Ay, anak ni ano. Anak ni
Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera na kapatid ni ano. Ay, anak ni Cesar Montano. Normal to si M.
Hey,
Uy, M,
Papa
akyat
M,
ka
guys,
dito!
down there in
Bakit
the
nga?
chat. Akyat ka rito, Papa M. The link is in the GC, Papa M.
Halika dito.
Oh,
Right,
to
guys.
acknowledge a question nga pala on the comments, you know. Is the Amazon Fire good for streaming videos? I'll answer that, Dave. Yes, it is very good. It streams videos in high def, and if you ever catch it on sale from Amazon, go get it. It's very much worth the purchase, you know, and it's easily modifiable because in its current state, when you buy it, it doesn't have the Google Play Store yet, but you can easily install it and you can turn it into a full Android tablet with Google Play without any problems or issues. That's my answer to your question, Dave. Back to you, Joe.
All right.
So thank you so much, guys, for our show and tell portion. So let's move on na sa ating talagang main topic for the night.
Mhm.
For our episode 11, guys, so we chose this topics, one of those topics suggested by Sir Joel, no? Memoirs of the arcade and gaming rental shops, no? And this hits to home sa mga batang 80s and mga batang 90s na either iniiwan lang sa mga mall, bigyan lang ng konting barya, and they'll just go straight to
Present.
the arcade, or
Present.
they'll just save up
Kapatid.
their lunch money and then diretso na lang sa to their nearest local gaming rental shops, no? So this is just a trip to the memory lane. So we're gonna have just a freestyle conversation dito, no? So we'll just jump along and just add to each other's comments, thoughts, you know. So let's start muna kay Sir Mamuchu. Sir Mamuchu,
Yes.
I believe you already mentioned this on our previous episodes regarding your gaming history, especially with the
Mhm.
arcades, eh, no? So
Yes.
for those people na hindi pa masyado nakakaalam, eh, no? So what are your top experiences, most memorable experiences in the arcade? So arcade muna tayo, guys, before we
Yeah.
head to to the gaming rental shops, that's a new that's a whole new conversation right there. So let's talk arcade muna. Go, Sir Mamuchu.
Siyempre, the energy, tawag dito, the coin line, hindi mo mawala yon. Maririnig mo talaga yung tipa, yung maririnig mo yung paghampas talaga ng mga buttons, and then from a distance, maririnig mo, maski malayo ka pa, alam mo na malapit ka na sa arcade. And then kung
Nagano na yung puso mo.
kumakabog. Oo, lalo na pag
Excited
alam
na,
mong
sobrang
regular,
excited
oo. Pag regular ka, kung hindi man arcade, usually sa mga nayon-nayon or mga bayan ninyo, like sa amin sa Antipolo, merong maliit na piso-pisohan diyan na air condition. Sarado 'yan. Pagbukas mo kagad, doon mo maririnig lahat ng mula KOF hanggang Street Fighter, hanggang sa maririnig mo nagbumurahan lahat ng tao, or di kaya makakarinig ka na lang na maya-maya merong parang masisira o bababaksak kasi merong sobrang galit na hinampas yung mesa, or di kaya nanadjak ng arcade, tapos magtatahimik ka lahat, magkakasapakan, tapos ilalabas kami lahat kasi may nag-aaway. It's so memorable. So memorable.
So ano yung mo? So each one of us here, meron talagang talagang tambayan ng mga mall kung saan makikita
Yes.
talaga yung mga arcade. So Sir Mamuchu, meron ka bang top 3 na
Yes.
ng mga malls na pinupuntahan madalas during
Yes.
back in the day?
Yes. Ang aking top 3 is, syempre, Mega Mall, Santa Lucia, and tawag dito, yung sa amin sa Antipolo, which is yung Lores Mall. Maliit lang siya. So, pero ang pinaka-favorite na puntahan ko talaga is Santa Lucia, which is bababa ka pa mula Antipolo, pababa into to Cainta, di ba? And the reason why yun ang pinaka-favorite ko kasi after mong pumunta doon, pwede ka lang sumakay na jeep papunta ng Cubao, papuntang Farmers, or di kaya sakay ka na lang ulit pabalik papunta na ng crossing, and then diretso ka na lang ng Mega Mall. Those are my three top places kasi doon ko nakilala halos lahat ng mga nakalaro ko talaga when it comes to fighting games. And once na mapunta tayo sa rentahan, Santa Lucia is one of the places that I always go to, pati yung Cubao, because bingohan.
All right. How about Jay? What is your top 3 arcade
gosh.
hangouts back in the day?
Top 3 hangouts in the arcade. Early 90s kid. So my top first ever, I do remember it was like my 6th birthday party. I think either first grade or kindergarten, I can't remember. My cousin had owned a like amusement, like a small amusement, not really a park, but like a place. It was called Sahara Sam's, and it had all the good arcades like TMNT, Street Fighter. That's the only real ones I remember. That's real. I think that's like my earliest memory of like being in an arcade. And then another place is called Exhilarama. It was based in a mall, Echelon Mall, and I remember playing Aliens versus Predator. A lot of like beat 'em ups were prominent. It was a really fun time. And then another good memory. There's this laser tag place that also had an arcade within the same mall. It was like years later after Exhilarama had gone down under. It was called Laser Zone. It was just called Laser Zone, and I remember vividly playing Marvel vs. Capcom and Power Stone, and those are the 3 that come to mind when it comes to arcade.
All right.
And that's it.
Thank you for that, Jay.
Yeah.
How about Sir Ray? What are your top 3 video arcade hangouts back in the day?
Nako. Kasi I'm from Pasig eh. So boundary ako ng Pasig and Cainta. If our viewers are from Cainta and Pasig, mukhang alam nila yung Ever Gotesco Ortigas. There's a arcade game called Game Master. That's a big arcade house na inano sa Ever Gotesco. At the same time, Mega Mall. Yan.
Yes.
And Mega Mall, Worlds
Yung
of
lower
Fun, saka, yung Lower Ground. Ayan, ano na yun, Worlds of Fun, Time Zone, Glico,
Yes.
bago na yung Tom's World pero that time it's Worlds of Fun, saka Time Zone ng Umaariba. And the last is, well, taga-Kainta ako, it's Santa Lucia. Yan, sa
Yes.
taas, malapit sa cinema, sa bilihan din ng game consoles. So,
Yeah.
yun.
Yung yung talagang mabango na pagka dumaan ka doon yung mga Super Nintendo nila na na binebenta. Pag pumasok ka kagad yung merong silang amoy na talagang hindi mo maintindihan kung ballpen ba or na ang tamis nung amoy nung nila nung kwarto nila doon. I don't know what it is. Naalala ko tuloy.
Sabi ni Sir Jofel or Gotes Cortigas is now SMEs. Sir.
Yeah.
Sir Jofel.
Yun nga lang, no
kaso
more
lang
arcade installations daw.
wala na. So, yun nga.
Sayang.
That's a damn
Wala
shame.
na. Yan. At the
Doon ko
same time,
nakita yung yung unang poster ng Dragon Ball nung yung Dragon Ball 3 pa nung yung fighting game sa Super Nintendo noon, yung picture ni Majin Vegeta at saka ni Goku na ang laki-laki doon sa na yun.
that time sa Santa Lucia, bago ako pumunta ng Worlds of Fun that time, titingin lang muna ako sa mga game consoles noon. Ay, parang parang batang-bata
Tingin.
lang talaga. Titingin ka lang, yung mga Game Boy, SNES, sabi ko, hanggang pangarap na lang ba ako? Hanggang arcade na lang ako. So,
Kung nagkapag-gaan pa tayo doon, hindi lang natin alam.
Mga batang busabos tayo back in the day.
Ayan.
How about you, Sir Carlo? Ayan.
Uy,
Ano naman ang top 3 arcade shops dyan sa Taal?
mga kalabo meron dito. Hindi. Kasi dito sa amin nung araw, wala talagang yung talagang legit na arcade na laruan. Kung gusto mo talaga makapaglaro ng mga legit arcade, kailangan mo pang lumuwas sa Manila. Tanda ko, malimit kaming dalhin nung araw sa SM South Mall. Ewan ko lang kung nakikita nyo yung token.
Yun.
SM South Mall.
Nice.
Token. Nakitabi ko, buti na lang.
Nice.
Yung ibang mga token ko rito, hindi ko tanda kung saan pero baka alam nyo. Yan. Kung saan ko nakapag ko yan.
Suggestion ko, Carlo, you take photographs of each unique one, and then post it so that everybody can identify where that token goes into.
Dati, iniisip ko tuloy, kahit na anong coin, basta't ipasok mo sa machine, it would play. This was me back in the day. I was a naive, stupid kid back then. And then I realized na all of the tokens, all of the coin tokens were customly made and then programmed
custom fit yata
para tanggapin ng machine ng particular shop, hindi siya basta-basta nagulog ka lang ng coin and then that would be it, So ito alam ko marami to Sir Joel.
Nako.
Top 3 lang.
Dan. Top 3 lang po.
Top 3. Okay, fine. Let's see. Well, memories of the arcades. I started going to the arcades back in 1979. Dala-dala ako ng father ko kasi my mom used to work on sa BIR sa Makati. So back in 1979, when my dad and I would wait for her to get out of work, my dad would bring me over to the Quad. I'm not sure if anybody remembers the Quad, which now is Makati Glorieta. It used to be called the Quad way back in the 1970s. And sa ilalim ng SM Makati, which was the food court, at the very corner of it was a small arcade that had all the classics like Space Invaders, Pac-Man, some pinball machines. But my absolute most favorite game there was a game called Sea Wolf. It's it came out in 1979. It's a game that actually simulates being inside of a submarine. So you hold on to a periscope and you turn it around, and the screen shows you shooting torpedoes up towards ships on the screen. It was very basic. It was very, it was very simple. Pero it for a 7-year-old me back in 1979, it was the most amazing thing. It would feel like a simulation. Doesn't matter. Your imagination filled in all the other details, and that's how I got my start as an arcade gamer. Fast forward, the I guess the two biggest places that I would say would be my arcade hangouts would be Robinson's Galleria, and of course SM Mega Mall. Those were the places that you would go to. Glicos, Time Zone. You would just the family would go to either Robinson's Galleria or Mega Mall. Anim kami nun. My two parents and apat kami magkakapatid. Once we get there, we would eat lunch first. My mom and dad would go grocery shopping and they would tell us, sige, bahala na kayo. Kumalat na kayo wherever you want. I would first hit the bookstores, then I would hit the arcades. I would play stuff like Stun Runner, Galaxy Force 2.
Stun Runner.
Yeah, Afterburner 2. And I would try to play the fighting games like Art of Fighting, Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 was relatively new back then when it first came out. Na pagdating ko, a lot of people were curious about it. They were staring at it. It was very colorful. It was very animated. I tried it. It was so fast. Even back then, I felt like an old man. I couldn't handle it. My reflexes were terrible. So I just watched people play it, and I have to admit, I saw it grow from this tiny little game at the corner that people were curious about to the phenomenon that everybody wanted to play. So those are my arcade memories. My earliest ones, anyway.
All right. Thank you for
Kuya
that.
Joel.
Yes, Carlo.
Magkano yung may nagtanong kasi sa comments. Magkano yung token nung time na yun? Inabutan mo, pinakamurang inabutan mo.
Yeah, it was it was standard for 5 pesos per token that day. Pero the difference was every single token, every single game had a different number of tokens that you needed. Street Fighter 2 needed 2 tokens if I remember correctly,
Yeah.
So 10 pesos per game. That's a good question. Magkano na ba yung naging naging tokens bago ako umalis? After ako umalis noong 2007 Giancarlo?
Ang huling inabutan ko, 5 pesos pa rin eh.
5 pesos pa rin. Okay.
Dito sa amin,
parang hindi naman sila nagtaas eh. Kahit dito sa amin,
good.
parang at saka
nagdadagdag na lang ng kung ilang token ang kailangan.
Ilang tokens yun sa arcade game. Like for example, bago yung game, bago or new
siguro mga 10
mga 3 tokens to 4, ganyan.
3 to 5 ganyan.
Parang yung example.
5 tokens eh.
Nung time Tekken, nung time na bago yung Tekken, it's like 3 tokens per game. Yan. Yan, 3 tokens. Yan. Tapos yung lumabas yung Marvel vs. Capcom 2, 2 tokens din yun that time. Yung naabutan ko. So, yun.
The
Habang
earliest...
tumatagal,
magkano ba? Sa amin, the earliest na presyo would be 4 pesos per token. How about you, Jay? How much was the cheapest how much was the I think if this is the US, right? So you guys do
in
quarters,
Jay's
not
case,
tokens, right?
he grew up
They do quarters.
plunking quarters into
quarters.
You guys are quarters, right?
Yeah,
Right.
depends. Maybe 50 cents or $1. Like that would equal like
What?
either 2 tokens or 4 tokens. Depends.
So what game went for $1? Was it
what games are worth $1?
Oh, those are the new ones.
Yeah, probably the new ones. Yeah, I think so.
Those were the really new ones, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. I thought this was back in the day. Back in the 90s. Right.
Yeah.
Because if I remember correctly, during the 80s and 90s, you guys are just doing quarters.
Yes.
No?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Depends actually because I mean there's some malls dito sa States na meron talaga silang exclusive tokens. Pero I think the conversion isn't that much. It still feels like as if you're just putting $1, you get 4 tokens out of that, which is still a quarter. Pero it really depends eh. As far as like new games are concerned during the 90s, ganun din na, parang katulad din sa Pilipinas. When a new fighting game or a new arcade game is popular, nasa harapan yon. At pag nasa harapan yon, it's the most expensive one.
Yes.
Usually 3 or 4. Most you would spend is like 3 quarters, I believe.
Right.
Or ano. Pag umabot na ng 4 quarters yan, most likely ano na yan, niramanipulate na nung arcade owner kasi alam nila maraming naglalaro na.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
So let's
Lang,
move on.
konting mabilis ang shoutout lang. Dun sa ito ang kanilang token na ginagamit. Sa nabaking camera. Sorry. Piso.
This is
Uy,
piso.
alam
Yun
mo.
na lang token nila.
Carabao.
Diba? Ito
Uy,
yung
pati 50
token
cents.
nila namin eh.
Pati
Is that,
round,
the,
Sir
is, that the
Carlo.
is that the original piso?
Oo,
Yes, the
yan yung
original piso,
original
yung
na
kalabaw.
piso, yung
The
kalabaw.
original piso?
Oo.
Ginagawa
Sa
token yan?
kalabaw.
Dinodrawing ko pa yan
Ito
noon
talaga
eh.
yung token namin na
Pinapakit
kalabaw.
ko lang yan dati.
Mm.
Sir Carlo, meron ka nung 50 cents na yung
Yung
ano,
eagle?
agila.
Yung
Oo.
agila. Meron ako kaso
Oo.
nandun sa baba eh.
Oh, yun.
Ay,
Pero
Actually,
Yung
sa
ano?
yung,
yung sa may Green Hills, yung token namin, kasukat nun.
mm.
So dahil pag dahil pag wala akong wala akong
Oo.
budget, di ako binigyan ng nanay ko na
hindi na
sige,
iniuhulog mo.
bahala ka sa buhay mo. Yan, naghahagilap ako ng mga 50 cents. Tapos, yun ang gagamitin ko. Awa ng Diyos, hindi ako naban dun sa
Sa laruan.
na game master.
All right.
Ayun.
Eto.
Ano to
May comment may question dito. So let's move on to this kind of question. So what are the let's go top 3. What are the top 3 video games na talagang pinagkagastosan nyo talaga? Talagang pinagkagastosan nyo talaga. Yung talagang once na nandun na kayo sa arcade na yun, diretso kayo kagad dun sa game na yun. Let's go with Mamuchu.
Tekken. Tekken. Hindi talaga pwedeng hindi
Tekken?
kasi competitive
What
talaga
else
sa amin
other
yun.
than Tekken?
Hindi
Kapag-
halata.
From the best to worst, Tekken,
Oh.
Street Fighter, hindi, Tekken, tapos King of Fighters, and then magsi-Street Fighter Alpha ako.
Alright.
Yun yung ano ko, top 3 ko.
Talagang fighting talaga. How about
Yeah.
you, Jay? What's your top 3?
Top 3. That's a good question. Definitely Marvel vs. Capcom, the first one. Street Fighter 2. It didn't matter what edition it was. Number 3. It's a toss-up between X-Men and TMNT, Ninja Turtles.
Oh, alright.
Mhm.
How about Sir Carlo? Ano yung top 3 na talagang unahin mo?
Nung time kasi ngayon, talagang mas trip ko yung mga light gun games. So, diretso kami ng pislan ko sa light gun corner. Beast Busters, favorite na Michael Jackson. Yun ang number 1. Second ay, actually hindi ko tanda ang title nung nilalaro namin isang yun eh. Pero parang Ghostbusters eh. Tapos ang third one na yun, Operation Wolf. Yan na yun nung mga early 90s yan. Yan mga favorite namin.
Operation Wolf? Oo.
Yeah,
Nagkaroon din yan ng family computer version yan eh. Pero mas maganda talaga sa arcade eh.
Oh, yeah.
Talaga. Kaya, pag napunta kami ng arcade, isa talaga sa nilalaro ko yan. Kasi, sobrang ganda ng graphics niya kukumpara sa Famicom version.
Kuya Carlo, may tanong ako sa'yo ah. Since sabi mo yung light gun, ikaw ba yung mga siraulo doon sa arcade na pag hawak-hawak yung baril, ginaganon yung yung
Hindi.
baril?
Hindi ganyan. Kasi hindi ganun talaga.
Ibig sa ganun ang laro mo. Kinaganon mo, kinikiliti mo yung trigger ng ganon. Hindi naman ikaw yun, no?
Hindi ko
Uy,
pa,
ano
hindi ko pa
yun?
alam yung ganun technique.
Cheat code yun. Ay, parang cheat yun sa...
Cheat
Diba?
code! Like that,
No,
Ay, parang
does that
cheat
even
yun.
work
Kasi
really?
para
Does that even
na-try.
make any difference?
doon sa kasi yung light gun na time crisis ba yun or something. 'Di ba? Alam mo naman may pedal yun para umiwas ka, para lumundag ka, 'di ba? Meron ako nakikita naglalaro pagka pedal nila.
Feeling ko yan yung mga nangangawit lang eh. Nangangawit lang mag-trigger eh. Kaya ito na lang ang pinangano eh.
Basta kita yung finger mo sa buong kamay mo na ginagamit mo para palaman yun.
Sa point
How
lang
about
daw.
you, Sir Ray? Ano naman ang top 3 ng mga arcade games na talagang dediretsuhin mo?
Sa 50 pesos na binibigay ng nanay ko, almost half
grabe, ang yaman na,
ng
50.
token.
Wow.
Oo, kasi kasi iniiwan ako ng nanay ko sa Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, after ng sasabihin niya sa akin, sige, eto pera, punta ka na. Yan. Doon ako. Ang top 3 ko, X-Men Children of the Atom,
Of
Yan.
course.
And
Mm.
Good one.
then Marvel vs.
Yun.
Capcom 2. Yan.
Mm.
Saka Cadillacs and Dinosaurs yan.
Ah,
Ayun!
Yan
Of
yung
course.
best ko.
Beat up game na
Yun
yun.
nga naging
Kaya
topic
sabi ko
natin
sa
nakaraan,
inyo,
no?
beat up player ako kasi, yun, parang yung Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, dun ko na parang natitipid yung token ko eh.
Oo.
Mm. All right. Thank you for that, Sir Survey. Ito, tatlo lang po Eto, Sir Joel, ano yung top 3? What are your top 3 games that you go head straight beeline?
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Medyo I have to admit one thing in terms of yung may mga later arcade experiences ko eh. Dahil those were days na naging waldas ako sa arcade gameplay ko. I always went for the games that were new. I always went for games that were innovative, that had all those weird techniques and strange things that you could do with it. So those were the games that you would spend about 4 tokens right off the bat. Ubus ka talaga kaagad. So top of my list was Galaxy Force 2 because of the fact that the Galaxy Force 2 was the arcade game where you had a whole pod to yourself. You would sit down, it would simulate you being inside of an actual spaceship, and the whole pod would rotate up, down, left, and right. And you were playing it. Yeah,
Right.
that's one. The next game that I played a lot of na naging waldas ako na I would just keep plunking down tokens and mauubusan ako would be Afterburner 2. That's the one where it would simulate being in a jet fighter. The big problem is that it was such a fast game na talagang you would wipe out all of your jet fighters within the first minute or two pa lang. So we just keep plunking down quarters ganun tokens pala. And the last one, top 3, was the Time Crisis series. Every single Time Crisis that came out, but yeah, as Mapachu, every single Time Crisis game that would come out, it would get better and better in terms of graphics, in terms of the gimmicks that you would get to do. You would step on the pedal at the bottom so that you could avoid incoming gunshots, and then you would let go and you would start firing. It was and storyline wasn't as polished. You just shoot everybody who would just pop out. But Time Crisis, ang lakas kumain ng token ko nun. I would just run out of tokens within the first hour pa lang of getting into the mall, and I would walk out of the arcade, completely barren, and start looking at arcade consoles in Brashear or Data Blitz or wherever the computer section was, and the third floor of Mega Mall na ganun.
All right. Thank you for that, Sir Joel. Ako naman, I only got really hooked on arcade gaming when I was on the 5th and the 6th grade. Ang talagang pinaka-hangout lang talaga namin back in Manila was Isitan Recto. Yun lang. And Isitan Recto back in the mid 90s, third floor. Alam ko pa talaga ang floor. Third floor. And then meron silang apat na game arcades. Yung isa talaga puro pambata, and then the other 3 talagang built for teen players na talaga. And I have no top 3 whatsoever. Kung ano lang yung game na bakante at the time, yun na yung titirahin ko. Although I have my preferences, yes. The beat 'em ups, of course. But most of the time, puro meron ng there are other kids who are already playing. So, it's either I roam around from shop to shop, from place to place muna. Pag merong bakante, then I'll go there. And then, once I'm done with that game, I'll go back to the previous game. Titignan ko kung medyo okay na yung kung medyo pwede na maglaro. Kung hindi pa rin, basically I'm spending most of my weekends just waiting for games na alam kong na sa dami ng pila hindi ko na malalaro. But it's part of the fun, guys. I mean, if you're not really playing it, sometimes it's fun watching others playing the games, Kasi minsan nakakakuha ka ng tips kung kapag ikaw na maglalaro, ito pala dapat mong gawin. Yung iba super ang gagaling na hustler na. And then pag nakita mo paano maglaro, you tend to observe them on how to play, kung paano nila nalagpasan ng isang challenge, and then by the time you're going to play it, you tend to emulate it. Gayahin mo until you finish the game by yourself. Question dito, sabi ni Dave Scott. I don't know what this means. Nagbabaka sakali ba kayo sa coin pushers pag isa na lang natirang token nyo? What does that mean? What's a coin
Coin pushers are those buttons that you would push that would pop
Yeah.
out tokens
Oh,
Nilalagyan mo.
that would get stuck.
I
Ganun.
hated that.
Oo.
You know, I'm saying, ito kaysa.
Scam yan, scam.
Okay, ito yung nadengoy ako nito. O sige, let's talk about this. This is one of those topics na dapat natin pag-usapan. Alam niyo yung minsan na kapag isa ng token ninyo, or what if it's a 2-token game, and then sakto 2 tokens na lang talaga meron kayo, and you don't have any more money, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
then, pagpasok nyo ng token, biglang kinain, and then kahit na ano gawin ninyo, ayaw nang kumagat, and then you'll have to ask for assistance para you have to ask one of the guys or one of the employees to help you out. Mamuchu, ano yung pinaka rage quit experience mo doon?
I wouldn't say it's a rage quit, pero that was the time na naging malapit ako doon sa coin operators. Kasi tawag dito.
May story ako dyan.
Alam mo, di ba, kung either magagalit sila sa'yo or may inis sila sa'yo or magiging katropa mo yun eh. Merong, if I recall, I can't remember which arcade it was, pero merong coin line kami kasi nung Tekken 3, di ba? So, gusto kong kalabanin itong isang guy na to na Gene player. Pagkalagay ko nung token ko, kasi syempre coin line yun, ilalagay mo na yung token mo, di ba? So nilagay ko yung token ko. Yung huling pang token ko na ko para makapasok na ako doon sa game, kinain.
No.
So, press ng button, ayaw pa rin. Tapos talagang kinain na. Di sabi ko sandali lang punta ako doon sa coin operator. Yung coin operator, hindi abangan muna, sige, pupunta ako diyan. Di pagbalik ko, meron ng ibang pumunta, nagsimula na maglaro, nandun yung token ko na una na pumasok eh. Kaya syempre, ikaw naman.
Frustration, right?
Oo, kuya, yung coin ko, ginamit na nung Alam mo kung ano ginawa ng coin operator? Kumuha nung sa pitaka niya, tapos kung nabinigyan ako ng 2 token.
Iwan mo na ako, ito na.
Oo. Imbes na para buksan yung para kilitiin yung, alam mo na, para kilitiin yung nung coin. Hindi. Binigyan na lang ako ng coin. Sabi niya, maglaro ka na. Actually, 4 pa nga binigay sa akin para hindi ko na siya.
How about you, Jay? Did it ever occur to you, or have you experienced that kind of thing? Did you slam, or did you even kick the machine, hoping it would work?
I'm pretty sure, yes. I do remember one time I really wanted to be Raphael in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but the cabinet could not register the quarter being put in, or even if I tried like really hard and I pushed it in, I pressed the start button, it wouldn't work. So I'm like trying to choke the freaking joystick. Like, come on, I want to play. And,
I want to play as Raphael. I don't want Donatello.
I know, exactly. Yes. I want red. I want my color, but
Yes.
yeah. Or if I do remember rage quitting Marvel's Capcom. I was just playing just the regular the campaign mode, like just the regular story mode, and for some reason I couldn't beat I can't remember who it was. It was definitely not an Onslaught, the ending boss, but I remember I just couldn't get past a certain match. I was like, I'm done. I'm going back to school.
Right. Ikaw naman, Sir Carlo, mga panahon na kinakain ng tokens mo. Go.
Binubugbog siguro yung arcade box niyan.
Unang technique dyan, pag kinakain yung token mo, syempre pipindutin mo muna yung eject. Pero pag hindi gumana, sipain mo. yung slight lang na sipa lang naman. Pero talaga nakakabad trip yun kasi hanapin mo pa yung yung nag-aayos. Abala pa. Hanggang kasarap pa na ng paglalaro. Diyos mio. Tapos yun, yung sinabi ni Primetime Retro kanina na yung gusto mo maglaro ng ng Ninja Turtle. Actually nangyari na rin sa amin yan nung pistan ko Gusto naman niya si tawag dito, si Leonardo. Ang problema, yung yung 4-player na na Ninja Turtle dati, si Leonardo na doon sa pinakagilid. Ayaw naman niya maglaro doon. Kaso no choice na siya. Kasi yung Michelangelo nangangain ng piso, ng token. So yun, doon na lang siya talaga lagi sa gilid. Pag naglalaro siya, nakatagilid na kaya. Nakagayan.
Alright. Ito, fresh from work, Sir Beljan joining us, guys.
Sup, Bel?
Representing
What's
PRG,
up? Jesus. Jesus.
The question is, naranasan mo na daw ba nakain ng token mo ng isang arcade machine? Gano'ng kadalas?
Nako, maraming beses na rin talaga. Walang arcade player or experience na talagang hindi nakainan di ba?
Oo.
Sobra. Nako, ayun, syempre, alam nyo na, wala talaga tayo yan, lalo na
anong game yung pinaka memorable sa'yo na kinain ng token mo?
Tingin ko Gundam Wing.
Gundam.
Endless daw Oo. I mean saan ba tayo? Kasi dalawa, 'di ba? Meron tayo arcade sa mall.
Arcade pa lang.
Meron tayo sa I mean sa mga videoan kasi like yung sa piso-piso is, 'di ba?
Right.
Right.
Of course.
Ported yung nakamap lang yung mga consoles through arcade cabinets.
Arcade cabinet. Yeah.
'Di ba? So ayun.
Right.
Kung sa videoan siguro is yung Endless Duel na Gundam tsaka yung Mortal Kombat 2. But
Right.
yung sa kabila naman, yung sa mall naman tayo, House of the Dead. House of the Dead.
Isa pa yun. G did.
Matik yun.
Alright. How about you, Sir Ray? Mga ano yung pinaka-experience mo ng laro na talagang kinain ng token mo? What can you tell us about your experience?
Ito hindi ako naka-experience niyan.
Ay?
Pero naka-experience na ba kayo na mag-stay sa arcade shop ng close na ang mall hours?
Pero nandun ka pa rin.
Nandun pa rin ako. Bakit? Kinaibigan ko yung mga doon, yung mga kumbaga yung mga attendant. So closing hours, ang ginagawa na may dalawa yun Dalawa kami noon Ginagawa namin, sige, tambay lang kami. Tambay. At the same time, closing na rin yung oras ng mall, na doon pa kami kasi naglilinis sila
Yeah.
Bibigyan kami ng mga around 10 to 15 credits dun sa arcade box na gusto namin. Yon. So ako wala naman ako experience sa kain Kasi madali lang naman gawa ng paraan yan. Pero yung tumambay ng closing na yung arcade shop, yun. Saya yun.
How about you, Sir Joel? Oh, yeah.
Well, I have to admit, yung experience ko is a little limited ron sa nakakain. Pero I guess ron kumikita yung mga arcade sa akin kasi whenever that would happen, I would be very mellow. I would be very chill. I just, slump my shoulders and I just walk away. I'd say, oh well, c'est la vie.
Malas lang. Ganun.
Dagdag ko rin yung sinabi ni na Kuya kanina na doon sa pag naging kaibigan mo yung yung mga coin operators. Kasi doon sa Mall of America, when I became a caricature artist, naging katropa ko yung mga nasa sa Camp Snoopy Arcade. Doon sa loob ng mall mismo. So, tawag dito, nabagid din ni Kuya Jano sa baba yung yung DDR at saka Pump It Up. Yan yung other games na talagang na-addict ako. So, pagdating nung naging kaibigan ko na yung mga coin operators, so di syempre closing time na yung mall, di ba? So, Camp Snoopy mag-close na yan. At nag-close na rin ako ng booth ko ng caricature. Pupunta ako sa kanila, pagbaba na nila nung rehas, bubuksan na namin yung nung Pump It Up machine. Kikilitiin na namin yung nakikilitiin. Hanggang sa umabot siya sa kahit ilang beses. Tapos maglalaro lang kami for the whole time. Talagang basta kailangan talaga kaibiganin mo yung coin operator para pagdating ng closing time,
kailangan maging friendly ka.
Oo, pag maski hindi ka employee, pagkakilala ka talaga, pag saraduhan na yan, diyan ka hanggang sa magsara sila ng
Sa akin that time, tatawid lang ako from Ever Gotesco to my subdivision. Kaya ako kahit na mag-closing, okay lang eh.
Talaga doon ka nakatapay.
Doon ko na yata natutulog
Naranasan
eh.
ko rin naman din na isa na rector rin to. I remember me and my brother stayed way too late na para lang makapaglaro kami ng X-Men. The beat 'em up game.
Dark Age.
And the mall closes at 9 p.m. So we were burning the clock to the point na natalo na kami. It was way past 9:30 p.m. And all of the gates, all of the doors were already closed.
Wow.
So nagpanic na kami. I remember, I think napaiyak yata ako noon. Kasi syempre ako yung nakakatanda, di ba? Parang nagpapapanik kami. Paano kami lalabas ng mall. So basically tinuro kami nung guard dun sa mismong exit ng mga ng mga truck, yung mga delivery trucks.
Okay.
So doon kami umexit. Ang pinaka-exit is para sa pinaka-back end na ng parang storage isa po yung mga storage trucks. So pinaka-back end na talaga ng mall noon and syempre, kung ikaw yung tipong bata pupunta lang sa mall, main entrance lang pinupuntahan mo. Malay mo ba kung anong lugar to?
Napunta ka sa dock area.
Hindi mo alam kung nasa area ka.
Oo.
Labas namin. You don't know where you are. Kasi hindi naman yung usual na you're going in and out of the mall.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very unfamiliar place. And eventually nakita namin na sabi ko, basta hanapin natin yung mga jeep pabalik ng Avenida. Eventually we did. Nakauwi naman din kami pero sabi namin, whether we play the games or not, pag 9 o'clock, before 9 o'clock dapat we're already out of there. Otherwise, mahirap na kasi maulit na naman yung mamaya imbes na kaibiganan namin yung mga guard, kaibiganan din namin yung mga storage driver.
Yeah.
Mga bata tong mga to. May mga palaboy na bata rito. Moving on. In regards with the arcade games, guys, any experience where you all of us here have our own preferences, in regards with video games. But there's always that one game or two na we are a little bit curious kasi parang siya nakikita and then nakikita natin yung demo niya and then we wanted to play it but for some reason we never got into it. Ano yung mga games na yun for you? Let's start with Mamuchu.
Yung
Ito naman ako.
puzzle game. Yung parang siya I think it's like Bust a Move. Parang siyang Bust a Move kaso hindi siya Bust a Move eh. Like I know what Bust a Move is, nalaro ko na pero there's like this other game na
parang
parang
bust ang pinag-uusapan natin dito.
Oo. Hindi hindi ibang bust yun. Kayo
Bel,
no,
Bel,
know
Bel.
that-
May
I know
utang
that
pa sa atin
bust
yan,
a
di ba?
move
May
game.
utang pa. May utang pa sa atin yan, Bel.
mamaya tatapusin ko na mamaya.
Biglang lumabas na naman yan eh.
Oo. It's an arcade game yung yung parang siya, puzzle arcade game. Curious ako doon sa game na yun, pero I never play it eh. So yun yung nakikita ko. Pero before anything else, mga quiz, ano ba ang gusto nyo? Silak o Kami?
Kami.
Tailak!
Oh yeah, muna kayo, then the drawing ko.
Tailak!
Kami.
Hindi lang din ni Kami. Ano ba?
Magkaiba pa yan.
Okay lang yun. Mas
Okay, how
Malit. Pero maganda
how
ba't ni
about-
Kami?
mas maganda singit ni ni
Patay,
Sa
man.
bagay. Sige, Kami na lang. Kami.
Slim Margin, Kami?
Noted.
diba?
Okay, Kami. Yun ay the drawing ko para sa sa inyo.
Oh, hang on. Silak's breast,
Oo.
Kami's ass.
Okay.
How about
So ibig mo sabihin, Kuya Joe, if you want, I'll draw ko Silak for Timeless Gamers tapos sa PRG Kami.
There you go.
Okay. Noted.
Perfect compromise.
Hindi
Okay.
kaya pwede mo rin na lahat
Have a
para
debate?
vote.
Timeless Gamer versus PRG. Who's better?
X-Men versus Street Fighter rin, dalawang yun. Di ba?
Alright.
Tama.
Dalawang group sila.
Alright. So the basta game, the basta move game
Yeah.
for Mamanju. How about you,
Yeah.
Jay?
The game
Uh,
that I never played.
Game that you
Or
never played, but always
Was
curious to
always
do.
curious about.
Always curious
yeah,
about it.
the only one that comes to mind, like I actually had to Google it real quick because I forgot the name, but I remember it now. I've played DDR, but I've never actually like
What?
made.
DDR.
No, I've played DDR, but I've never actually like made the effort to try Pump It Up.
What?
Yeah, I've never played Pump It Up.
Oh, I'm hurt, dude. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm
Break
so hurt.
dancer, hindi nagsayaw ng ano.
Yeah,
Pump it up.
Dude.
never tried Pump It Up.
Damn.
I was
Look,
like,
look.
when I looked at
Maybe,
it, I was like,
maybe it's just too lowbrow for him to play.
maybe.
No,
I
no,
was
no,
like,
no, 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 no. Okay, besides being a fighting game resident, I'm also an DDR PIU player. No, it's not that. Actually, PIU is more of a highbrow because the thing is, during the time ng DDR, there's two types of DDR players: the
Right.
perfect attackers and the freestylers.
Yeah.
Now, the freestylers, yun yung mga sumasayaw, they do knee drops and what we call the matrix
Oh
walk.
my god, yeah.
Then the perfect attackers are the ones na talagang puro perfect lang ang gusto nila makakuha, the highest score.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now, when PIU came out, it was actually a more challenge for perfect attackers. And pag when it comes to the basic dances, talagang yung basic moves for the lower difficulties are meant for freestyling.
Mhm.
Even the double pad mode is actually meant for freestyle performance para sa PIU.
Mm.
Tama.
I think I remember back in the day, I was like, "Pump It Up." What kind of
Yeah.
bootleg knockoff DDR
Oh,
is
how
this?
dare you? How dare you? How
Bootleg.
dare you?
Bootleg talaga.
Mapili si
Alright.
Jay,
So
mapili,
for
mapili.
guys, you
Yeah.
heard it first. Okay, our
Mamochi
resident
says, I am
good
highly
dancer
offended.
I am highly offended as a DDR
has
PIU
yet to
player.
try
I'm
Pump
sorry.
It Up. All right. But there's always a first time for everything. So mag-i-stream po si J Prime, Pump It Up. Abangan niyo po yan.
Yes. Yes, dapat.
If there's no copyright.
For the
yes.
lols. How about si
Yes.
Sir Carlo? Wala ba si Sir Carlo? Sige, let's go with Sir Bell. Sir Bell,
Bell.
laro na you were ever so curious pero for some reason hindi mo talaga nalaro.
Okay.
Sa arcade.
Curious. Sama natin yung DDR. Mahihain ako. Hindi ko talaga curious akong laruin in front of
Dugo-dugo puso ko. All of a sudden.
Then yung ganun no,
Not even
ano
Jesus
pangalan
anymore.
ng arcade na anong pangalan ng arcade yung ginawa ganun?
Ano yun?
Uy!
Yung yung
Yung
sensor
kamay
siya.
na.
I think
Oh,
it's not beat it's not beat
Sensor.
niya eh. Kasi beat niya
Parang
is yung
beat
DJ
niya
eh.
siya eh.
Kasi
Nakalimutan ko
beat
na.
niya. Pero ano siya,
Paborito ko rin yan.
bimani rin
Yeah, I
siya eh.
remember that one.
Yung scanner niya is nasa gitna. Tapos
Baila sa
ilalim,
locomotion. Yan.
The
Oo.
hands are more
Hip saka
doable
hand
rather than the
coordination
legs.
yun.
Sa totoo
Yeah,
lang.
hand
Oh,
coordination siya eh. Tapos
Fit,
may ano
pati
dito
fit.
sa
May
taas.
Ginagamit rin yung fit.
Oo,
Ah,
yung
isa pa.
bewang
Pinang sa
mo.
sensor din.
Yeah.
Kung may
Bewang pwede.
kembot ka dun eh.
Yun yung panlaban nila sa para-para kasi yung para-para, ang sensor niya nasa taas. Yun naman, nasa gitna lang siya pero ang sensor niya sa taas at saka sa baba.
Right.
So yun, gusto ko lang i-try pero nakakaya. Nahihiya ako.
Nakakaya.
Kasi syempre, ang dami magagaling eh. Tapos, alam mo yun,
Kasi
gusto mo
ikaw.
kahit, iaantay mo pang mag-alisan muna sila bago gusto mo.
Pag
Bago-
magsusubukan
Wala na sila. Ako na.
Ito lang in
Mga
regard with
ganong
DDR, sa totoo lang, when DDR first was first introduced back in our arcade,
Yes.
parang yung una wala nobody knew how to do it at first. Like at yung mga unang sumubok, as far as I can remember, they were just trying to follow the arrows.
Yes.
They're going to choose the slowest tempo and do whatever na lang. So they were very stiff. So talagang padyak. I think talagang they're just
Padyak-padyak
stomping
ka
it
lang.
out. No?
Oo. Yeah.
They're not really feeling the music. They're
Mm-mm.
just following the arrows as they go, and then that was it. I mean, initially, puro parang tawa-tawa lang. If you miss your arrow, you'll just laugh it off. Blah 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 blah. And then eventually, when people got really used to it, it became an attraction in itself.
Yes.
Tama.
So yung mga talagang
Yung
talagang
ganda ng
mga
evolution nun.
ikot na talagang pinapalibutan na sila
Sinasayaw
ng mga
na.
tao, no?
Yeah.
And then parating perfect, walang mintes, 'di ba? As in.
May
Many
sariling dance moves
Gusto
niya.
yung baguhan,
Slam,
and then you're gonna
tapos
try it out like Sir Bell mentioned. Parang nakakaya nga, If you were probably one of those gamers nung when it was first introduced, okay lang. Pero if you're doing it back then, yung medyo on its popularity na. Tapos bigla mo susubukan. Kaya nga inimbento guys ang DDR sa PlayStation 1 eh. Para you can do it on your
Para
own home.
maka-practice.
sa bahay, oo.
Practice ka. Although madulas-dulas ka muna.
No,
Before,
no,
di ba plastic
kailangan mo
cover yun?
i-scotch tape. Dapat nasa hardwood floor ka, i-scotch tape
Umano
mo
pa
yung
yun eh.
dance
Sobrang
pad mo.
madulas.
Oo, madudulas ka eh.
Right. So
And it's
for
not the same.
Sir Bell is DDR. All right. How about kay Sir Ray? Game na gusto mo, curious ka, but never really gotten into it.
Yung, teka lang ni-research ko yung rhythm game eh. Dance mix, second remix,
Paghahalataan ko mga tao rito, ayaw
Machine.
maglaro ng mga
Yan.
dance games.
Ayoko na. Hindi na ako mabad ko. Pucha kayo.
Hindi. Actually, mahilig ako doon sa ganyan. Yung DDR. Yan. Ni-research ko lang yung may hand and hip coordination kasi
Oo.
paborito ko yan yung may locomotion, baila-baila, yan.
Oo.
Yan. Alam mo naman yan siguro, no?
Sige, Asu. Just us.
Yan. Yung pinaka-curious ako that time is Mystic Warriors.
Mystic Warriors.
Kasi hindi maganda yung beat up game na yon. Pero parang naghihinayang akong laruin that time. Then suddenly ito napaka lang. Last night I was on duty. May nakita akong streamer dito sa RETV, yung kay Label. Naglalaro ng Mystic Warriors. So sabi ko, wow. Parang parang sign to na parang kailangan ko siyang laruin now. yun. Isa yun sa arcade games na ang ganda ng graphics, ang ganda ng story.
Solid yun.
Hindi ko nilaro sa arcade. Na even though na meron sa arcade boxes dito malapit sa amin. So yun.
Alright. How about si Sir Carlo? Ayan na. Sir Carlo. Haster ng arcade din to. Anong mga games na natitipuan mo pero di mo naman
Sasayaw
nalaro?
din yan.
Sayawan din.
Hindi. Talagang hindi mo mapasayaw niya pero para may ng sagot, ang akin.
Dadamdamin.
Mga racing games naman.
Ayun.
Lalo na yung mga
Racing
initial D.
Initial
Kasi
D.
yung mga naglalaro kasi parang sobrang gagaling na ba nila? Parang pag ikaw rin masusunod na maglalaro, parang nakakaya na. Na hindi ka man lang mag third place. Mga ganon. Kaya yun.
Right.
Hindi ko masyado nahiligan. Isang racing games lang nilalaro ko sa arcade nitong mga bago nitong mga bandang 2000, yung Mario Kart Grand Prix. Yun lang.
How about Sir Joel?
Okay, let's see. A game that I was always curious about pero never got into.
Isa lang po isa lang.
Isa lang. Hindi ko yung pangalan ng game na yun eh. Alam mo yung game na you would put a token in and then it would raise a punching bag and then bubuelo ka ng todo tapos susukin mo ng napakalakas. I forgot what it was called. Nitro something, I completely forgot. In Jay's case, he would show yung rhythm punching bag naman yan. That didn't get popular in the Philippines. What got popular in the Philippines was yung one where you would really
yung One Punch Man.
Really want to.
hard. Tapos bubuelo ka ng todo at susuntokin mo ng gano'n. I would...
Tatakbo pa nga eh.
Yeah, exactly. So some people tatakbo pa, bubuelo ng todo tapos tatakbo. But
Punch
I
out.
never got into it because of the fact that I was a skinny teenager back then. I didn't have the strength for it. A lot of people who would do it would be these guys who would raise 900% or whatever, how many pounds of force they would put in. I never really had the confidence na susuntok ako ng malakas and I would be a champion at it or something. So I completely forgot what it was called. Super Nitro Man or something like that. I completely forgot what the title
Di ba
of that
Sonic
game
Blast
was.
Man, Kuya Joel?
Sonic Blast Man ng
Sonic Blast Man. That was it.
Yeah.
Good
Yun pala.
memory, Carlo.
Oldies.
Nilalaro ko rin yan eh.
Tatlong beses mo susuntok dun, di ba? Kasi depende sa
Yes,
panis
three
mo.
times.
Mag-iipin
Parang
pa.
boss yung
Red
kalaban.
ganun eh, no?
Oo.
Yeah, also inaalala ko, I was worried na baka if I tried it, baka I would pull a muscle and I would injure myself. Although the funniest thing is a punching game that I really got into and that I really did, and up to now, if I had the money, I would have it in my house, is a game called Fist of the North Star.
Yes.
I'm not sure if anybody remembers that game. There would be
Yes, I did.
stick, punching sections that you would
I
punch
mean,
in different sequences. And it would actually have yung mga scenes from the anime Fist of the North Star playing in the background.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
awesome. I wish I had that in my home. If I ever find it in good working condition, bibiling ko yan para ilagay sa bahay ko. I would
pupunta
have
ako sa
that.
bahay mo,
Sure.
kuya. Pupunta ako
There
sa
you
bahay
go.
mo, kuya. Kasi it's like, ano siya eh.
I would invite Mamuchu to come over and we would go high score.
Dance remix sa akin.
Yeah, there's
Bibilin ko.
6 kasi pampangsuntukan yon. Pag lumitaw yung lahat na yon, kung ano yung una lumitaw, yun ang susuntok mo kaagad. You're not even sure talaga kung ano yung lilitaw because it's so random.
Precisely.
Kaya ganun siya kaano.
And then the final moment na para matalo mo yung boss is you would punch them
All 6
all.
of them.
Yes,
Oo.
exactly. Na mabilisan, ganun. So that is my game that I wish that I had the confidence to play but I never got to. Thanks very much, Carlos. Sonic Blast Man. That was it.
Alright.
Oy, may additional pala ako. Yung ano pa pala, na-curious din talaga ako dito. Guys, hindi ko alam kung na-try nyo na pero sa arcade, yung unggoy na may hawa kami. Hindi ko alam kung may kuryente ba talaga yun. Yung voltage, yun nakagano.
Oh, I remember that one.
Never ko trinay yun. Natatakot ako. Hindi ko alam kung
Kuya
ano
Bel,
ba meron talaga doon.
Meron nga pala noon. Oo, yung kasi may
I
shocker
remember
siya.
that.
Hawakan
Tapos
mo
ano,
ng patagalan.
oo.
Tataas yung points.
Unggoy na, no? Hawakan.
Naalala
Malaking
ko yun.
unggoy yun. Hindi ba natin yung try yun?
Oo nga, no.
Gusto ko subukan pero tatakot ako kasi hindi ko alam kung gaano kalakas or kung ano ba talaga meron doon.
Yeah.
Tapos oo nga pala, no? Tama, naalala ko yun. Nakikita ko yun eh. Tapos meron
Yeah, I
parang
remember
voltage
that.
na ano. Tapos
Madalas nakapwesto siya sa sa mga sa entrance lang banda. Lagi siya
Yeah.
nandun.
And of
Bungot
course, you
ka
remember yung arm wrestling na arcade.
Pero wala akong nakita kahit isa na naglaro.
Braso na nakaganon.
Ayun, yung isa pa. Pero yun nga, wala ni isang player wala akong nakita nag-try. Kahit inaabangan ko,
Yung sa akin
araw-araw ako
naman,
magpabalik-balik doon. Wala akong nagtatry doon. Ano ba talaga
Sa
meron doon?
akin, siguro, and I think Mamocho might know this. And I think siguro nakita nyo rin naman na siguro to naligaw sa mga arcades ninyo, no? There's this particular game na is it a puzzle? Ito yung Japanese girls, right? On the screen, and then nakadami
I
sila,
should have
right?
known it.
And then so you're gonna make a complete square, and then once you get a complete square, then that particular square will just break, and then a piece of that picture will
Parang
will show
Girls
the
Panic
skin.
yun.
Girls Panic. Girls
Oh.
Panic.
Girls Panic
That
yan.
Girls Panic.
Kita mo, alam na mo dalawa.
So sabi ko, and I was like, and this game was in Grand Central, right? So I was already in my second grade. I could have played the game, you know. Pero
Alam din ni Dave, oh.
Oh, si
Girls Panic, Dave.
Mga cultured talaga. Cultured
A man with
These
culture.
guys.
Alam niyo
These
sino
guys
may
talaga yan.
hindi na kami nakakaalam. Ayan si Jano.
Oy, Jana,
Yan.
alam mo to, di ba?
Mahilig maglaruin sa Discord.
titignan ko lang yung mga naglalaro. Sabi ko, bakit paunti-unti lang ang square na ginagawa nila? Why would they just go long as in isang malaking square para matapos na ang lahat? Para makita na kagad ang joga ng babae, right? I was thinking, and then may nagsabi sa akin na you cannot really do that kasi parang merong limit lang yata yung line na pwede mong gawin. I think you have to keep on collecting some power-ups for you to have a longer line so you can make a bigger square, and then you're going to avoid certain obstacles para di ka rin mamatay. So parang siyang Pac-Man.
It's a variation of
Di
the
ba
old
parang
arcade game called
Kicks na game.
QIF.
Di ba parang kicks yun?
Yes,
Yung may
exactly.
line.
Like Carlos says, it's like
Oh.
kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
Gusto
like,
niyo po ng perfect
okay,
run yan
so,
to Tito Jano.
Ikukulong yung space
Hindi,
para
ang
once na
akin ang tuloy, so bakit kung lahat naman tayo guys, alam naman natin kung ano pinunta natin dito.
Yes.
Ba't di ka na lang why won't you just go straight to the bust line and then draw a square so we can see the
And you're
boobs
good.
right? So we can see the boobs, we can see the panties, and then all of us can go our own merry way, right?
Kung gusto niyo po makakita ng perfect run yan, Tito Jano is the
Tito
key.
Jano, yan.
Diyan po mga kaibigan, manood po kayo sa live stream po.
Sabay kayo sa PRG, nag-i-stream yan dun ng
Mag-stream po siya niyan, pero
Spanish.
hanggang isang streaming lang kasi
Opo.
ban agad yung account niya.
Pag napilat na po na yung buong yung pinakahuling box po, biglang all of a sudden stream has ended po.
Stream has ended po.
Right.
Hindi mo po makikita yung makikita nyo dapat. Yan.
I wish I could tell you guys, but no, I can't.
And then Jana has to advertise his new account now. Okay, this is...
Okay.
Right. So,
Nagka-panic
just
na naman to.
So I never really played the game, but I was ever so curious kasi parang gusto kong ma-experience na parang out of experiment lang. Kapag nilaro ko to and then gusto kong gawin yung gusto kong mangyari na I'll just sit there and then I'll try to draw the biggest square that I can para so I can see the boobs, I can see the pants, and then that's it, right? But I never really got the chance. I never really got the cojones to play the game because I don't want people looking at me weirdly. Itong batang-batang to ay yan ang nilalaro ay. Anyway, shout out kay Sir Jano for being a man of culture and having the balls to stream the game.
Tito Jano is the key. Bold is the key.
All right.
BIG, bold is gold.
Yes.
Let's move them. So that will be the arcade portion of our show. Let's move naman tayo sa mga hindi kinaya ang arcade. Rather, pumunta na lang sa mga local rental game shops na talagang consoles naman ang pinagka-atupagan. So let's start with Mamochu because he's about to go.
Yes.
Ano naman ang say mo, Mamochu? So let's start with Mamochu. Ano ang could you tell us yung lugar na kung saan yung unang-una mo talaga na rental game shop? Could you tell us
yung sa talaga, yung sa Santa Lucia because of the bingguhan dahil doon nagpupunta yung lola ko. Now, yung na yan, if I recall, ang pagkakaalala ko, katapat yan yung yung bingguhan, and then doon sa gilid doon is yung arcade. Tapos sa arcade, pero yung rentahan. Magkakatapat lahat yan eh. And then, pag pumasok ka kagad sa rentahan na yon, rinig mo na kagad, number 5, time na, o number 2, pwede na, mga ganon. Kasi, ganoon sa rentahan eh, basta sasabihin ka na lang ng tao kung time ka na or kung ilang oras na lang natitira para do sa sa paglalaro mo. And if I recall, dito ako natuto ng ng tinatawag kong video game economics para makatipid ka do sa 15 pesos na binigay sa'yo. Kasi iisipin mo dito sa 15 pesos na to, pwede ako maglaro ng arcade, pero baka matalo kagad ako. Pero, kung pupunta ako dito sa rentahan, may isang oras ako makapaglaro na kung anong gusto ko kaso walang challenge. So, either magpa-practice ako ng fighting game doon sa rentahan, or i-challenge ko na yung sarili ko doon sa arcade. So, doon ka natututo ng nung economy ko, paano ka makakapagtipid, masusulit mo yung pera mo. Kung
cost-benefit analysis yan.
Yeah. O rentahan, or sa arcade, kung saan ka mas tatagal, kumbaga.
All right. How about you, Jay? Have you ever experienced this kind of setup before?
That's video game rental in a room, or
have you ever experienced this kind of setup?
Yes, I do believe like this is actually in the Philippines. My cousins they owned a video game shop where you just pick the game and you play for X amount of time, but since they owned it, I was basically there the whole day, renting, not really renting, but I played most of the games I wanted to play, like Mega Man, and then I remember playing Cyberbots. That's a vivid memory.
Oh, Cyberbots, good one.
Yes.
Full Metal Mayhem.
Yep, exactly.
Uy, nandiyan si Gene sa Cyberbots. Si Gene. ng Marvel vs. Capcom.
Jin kasama.
Jin, yeah.
kasama.
Long
Yeah.
Magkakataan tayo.
Magugulpi yan sa Marvel.
Now I remember also the beat 'em ups I used to play. But when I thought rentals, I thought you meant like Tita Joel, when
Like
when I
Blockbuster?
think of rentals, I think of like Blockbuster or
Yeah.
Hollywood
Ah,
Video.
In your case, Jay, Blockbuster.
Yes.
Have you ever rented some games in Blockbuster?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah,
Hmm.
I remember even like my
Yeah.
local supermarket also did a video game rentals.
Really?
Mom,
Oh.
yep.
So that was like during the Genesis, and then I remember I think the last ever game I ever rented was Strider 2 for PS1.
Strider 2.
Yeah. So yeah.
Strider. All right.
Mhm.
Sir Carlo, ito si Sir Carlo.
Uy.
Dating clerk yan ng rental shop nila. So before siya maging clerk ng rental shop, ano yung pinakaunang rental shop na pinuntahan mo, Sir Carlo? Could you tell us your story?
Okay. Pinakauna-unahang rental shop na napuntahan ko, ano yon, yung dito sa may malapit sa amin, nung lumipat kami ng bahay ng parents ko dito sa Talisay. Kasi dati kami taga San Mateo eh. Nung nandun ako sa San Mateo, wala akong alam dyan sa mga arcade na yan. Ano lang kami dati sa festival, carnival, kung ano man tawag na, kalimutan ko na eh. So nung napalipat na kami rito, naglakas loob akong lumabas ba nung isang gabi. Hanggang sa nakita ko yung isang tindahan ng maraming tao. Na-curious ako, pinasok ko. Yung pala, rentahan, family computer pa nung time na yun. Mga bandang 1991. Ano nun, 5 minutes, 5 pesos, 15 minutes. Pwede ka maglaro ng piso lang. Pwedeng 2 hanggang 5, ganyan. Meron pa doon tatlong arcade machine na talagang piso lang talaga yung hulog. Pero doon talaga kami malimit sa family computer. Diyan ko unang nalaro ang TMNT. Arcade game bago pa siya nasubukan sa arcade mismo. Syempre mga Mega Man, Rockman. Sa kanong time na yun, hindi ko alam kung anong urig na bala sa fake talaga. Kaya yung may-ari nung rentahan yun talaga ingat na ingat siya kasi minsan nanakawan na siya ng bala. Kasi yung ibang mga malilikot ang kamay.
Yun lang no.
Ayun, oo.
Unfortunately.
Tapos talagang pagka magaling yung naglalaro, talagang ang daming nakapalibot. Talagang talaga tutok na ganyan eh. Lalo't pagka yung mga Mega Man ang nilalaro. Tapos si Kaping dati, meron pa siyang mga pa-challenge na na game. Kagaya nung siyang naabutan ko, yung Dragon Ninja, Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja at ang title nun. Yung beat 'em up, sa scroller beat 'em up, ang bida ay si Blade sa si Striker. Bali siya. Kapag natapos mo raw, meron ka raw 100 pesos. Mga ganon, mga pa-challenge ni Kuya Ping. Kaya marami talagang nagbabalik-balik naglalaro sa kanya. Katuwa lang dahil yung pangbaon mo dapat nabibili mo ng na pagkain, doon napapunta. Yun talaga katotohanan nun.
Right. Okay, thank you, Sir Carlo. How about Sir Beljan? Tell us a story. Ano yung pinakauna-unahang rental game shop na puntahan mo?
Way back 1993 or 1994, ako nun, grade 3 or grade 4 na elementary. Dito lang din sa amin. Kila Karoli or kay Kuya Rolly. Famicom siya. Famicom Rentals. Dalawa lang ang Famicom niya, 2 TV, isang black and white at isang colored. Magkaiba ang price niya. I guess 3 pesos ang black and white and 5 pesos ang sa colored. At ang first na nilaro ko sa rental is, kasi kasama ko kapatid ko nun, is yung Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sa Famicom. Yung 1. Yung 2 players, side-scrolling din na yes. So, yun. Madalas sa black and white lang ako naglalaro. Then Mario Brothers 3, yun. Yun yung naalala ko sa rentahan. Mario Brothers 3 and yung Teenage.
Alright. How about Sir Ray? Pinakauna-unahang rental shop na napuntahan mo. Tell us the story.
Yung pinagbakasyon ako ng nanay ko sa Tondo. Yun
Tondo?
eh. Tondo.
Vacation spot of Manila yan.
Navotas, exactly.
Nax, meron pang Philo Fluff service si Raymond, eh. Nakita
Oo,
niya.
may ano
naman.
eh. Ano yun? Famicom
Ayos,
yun. Mga Famicom. Tapos, ang renta nun that time is 15 pesos yata for 30 minutes. Ang una kong laro doon is yung Super Mario 3. Yung may buntot si Mario. Yun.
Yeah.
So that time, sabi ko, lang yan, 15 pesos, 30 minutes lang. Bitin. Yun. Bitin yan yung 30 minutes for that. So yun.
Save yung laro.
Oo, wala. At as in talaga maglalaro ka lang. Eh syempre, kung bago ka lang maglaro ng Mario, syempre lagi kang patay. So yung 30 minutes mo, wala eh. Ay yung 15 pesos mo, wala rin. So ang isang oras nun 30 pesos, 'di ba? Another thing, yung iniwan ako ng tatay ko kasi school service yung tatay ko. Meron siyang client na nagpaparent din ng Super Famicom. Iniwan ako dun sa isang gilid ng bahay nila, dun ako pinaglaro. Ako lang mag-isa, parang nakakulong, may gate.
Itong si Sir Ray, pansin ko merong abandonment issues.
Laging iniwan.
Parang ang ano kasi nila sa akin, kaya ko na sarili ko by that time eh. So yun. So ano ako eh, bigyan mo ako ng pera, maglaro ka, bahala ka umuwi. Yun. Dahil malapit lang yung area mo, malapit lang yung bahay. So pinapabayaan lang ako ng magulang ko. Hindi naman pabayaan magulang ko. pero dahil doon naging naging independent akong tao at yun nga na naging magaling ako sa pagtawid sa dahil wala at that time magtawid sa daan.
Doon ko na
yan.
Parang frogger pala yun. Parang frogger.
So, bago ka nagsimula maglaro sa arcade, naglalaro ka na ng Arcade of Life.
Oo.
That's the real video game, guys.
Kailangan
have one life.
Kailangan ko sumabay
So,
sa mga tipong tatawid para makatawid lang doon sa mall. Para lang makapunta doon sa arcade. Yun.
All right. Thank you for that share. Thank you for sharing, Sir Raymond. Ito si Sir Joel. Sir Joel, ano yung pinakauna-unahang rental shop na napuntahan mo nung panahong uso pang Deckrex?
Let's see. During those times ng mga around
19...
during those times, mga banda 1988-89, I'd say. Sa BF Homes naman, actually. In my case, it would be a place in BF Homes close to Tropical Hut, ron sa BF Homes area. There would be sections there na may mga small buildings na hele-helera na mga lamesa, puro mga Famicom rentals. I think mga 20 or 25 pesos per hour yata 'yon. Yun yung mga panahon na pupunta ka after school. Ako nag-aaral ako sa San Beda, Alabang, sa Benedictine Abbey High School. And yun, pagkatapos ko mag-aral, sasakay ako ng tricycle, diretso ako ron sa BF Homes. Maglalaro ako sa mga Famicom rental places, and ang pinaka popular, the most popular game back then was Legend of Kage. Was the game that everybody wanted to play. That was the game that Jay's just thinking. But yes, Legend of Kage was the game that everybody wanted to play. There were only 2 cartridges of Legend of Kage at any given moment. Halos palagi kang hindi nakakaswerte. So you had to settle for the less popular ones, like, I don't know, Balloon Fight, maybe Lunar Pool, maybe something like that. But you would be introduced to these lesser known games na nga ron sa mga Famicom rental places like that, because lahat ng tao nag-aagawan ron sa more popular cartridge. And then eventually, siguro mga banda early 90s, mga 91, 92, I started going to Green Hills naman. Sa Green Hills Vera Mall, that would be the place na pupuntahan ko to get my console rental fix in, like like Super Famicom. Then ako na-introduce. I would play Star Fox. I got introduced to 3DO. I'm not sure if anybody's played 3DO before.
Video.
I played
Armament.
Wing Commander on the Philips 3DO. And ron ko unang natikman na maglaro ng PlayStation 1. That was where I first played Battle Arena Toshinden. Those were my earliest memories of renting consoles, both in BF Homes and in Vera Mall in Green Hills. Yeah.
Alright. Dami talaga no to Sir Joel no. Talagang dala eh.
Wala, lag-lag eh.
Talk about
Tito yun eh.
Game
let's talk about the
historian.
longest, no? The longest. But I'm gonna revise this question for Jay.
Yes.
In regards with Blockbuster, no, and other mom and pop rental shops in the US, no.
Yes.
What would be the game that you rented and almost to the point you never returned it back because you love the game so much?
So much.
Ooh, good one. That's a really good one. I think that's a good one.
RPG?
No, not RPG. I think I remember renting Spider-Man Separation Anxiety for the Sega
Separation.
Genesis.
For the Genesis, yeah.
Yes.
Genesis.
I remember I was like
Green Jelly. Yan ba yung may
Green
Green Jelly doon?
yeah.
So where did you rent this game?
I rented it from the supermarket.
From the supermarket. How much
Yeah.
was it? How much was it?
I don't remember. My parents, they
Oh.
did the whole.
That
Shorter.
reminds me. So
Yeah.
how does that work? So you're gonna rent it for the weekend, or how much is how are they going to charge you for that? Is it
I
per
think
day
it's
or
per
week?
day. I think it's per day.
Per
Can't
day.
remember. Yeah.
So do you have to agree on? Do you have to agree on a specific day that you're going to return it, or
I think
or
whenever
or
I come back, it's like a
or
library
just-
system. So
Oh right.
whenever I come back, they check
just
how many
charge you
days it's
for
been
it.
out. Yeah.
Right. So let's just so I'm not going to say I'm only renting it for up until this next Saturday. Then you're gonna be charged for the whole
Yes.
up until Saturday.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Yeah.
right. Okay. So your game is Spider-Man Separation
Yes.
Anxiety for the Genesis, right?
Mhm.
What why anong meron sa laro na yun that that you
I
wanted
think it
to
was
that you almost wanted to keep it for yourself?
I was a Marvel fan back in the day, Spider-Man,
Right.
and I enjoyed the game. I don't think I ever beat it. That's why I wanted to keep it. But
So you wanted? Well, that's
Multiple
that's
times.
usually most of the case, diba? We want the game so bad.
yeah,
We want to beat it so bad na it's like
Mhm.
I will not let this game beat me until I
Right.
beat it first. So
Uh-uh.
you're not going
Yes.
you're not going anywhere until I'm done with you.
Exactly.
ganon. All right. Dito naman sa ating mga sa mga renters dito, no? Ano naman yung mga game ninyo na talagang pinaghandaan ninyo na imamarathon nyo talaga hanggang matapos ninyo? God forbid, isang makadalawang oras, 3 oras kayo, hindi nyo talaga tatatanan yung laro. Let's go, Sir Carlo.
Oo. Pwede, ilang game ba pwede sabihin?
Yun!
Maynard!
Yun!
There you go.
Yun!
Computer mo
si
yan!
Papa M. Go.
Uy.
Okay.
Hello?
Ano?
Hello?
Hi!
Pogi ka ba?
Hello?
Pogi ka ba?
Ayan na,
Pogi
tumaas
ka
yung
ba?
viewership natin, no? Naging 12
Oh,
na
my
ulit.
lord! Bukod nga ko lang.
Hello?
Ano ko lang?
Uy, si Maynard.
Tama ba yung pinasukan ko?
Uy!
Tao po. Tuloy po. Tuloy po
May
sa
yellow
bahay
kayo?
nyo.
May yelo kayo?
May
Yelo.
Bibili lang
Last
sana
one is
ako ng suka sa tindahan eh.
isang basong patis po.
Hindi takal ba?
Isang taka dahil si Papa M nandito. Isang shot, oh.
Keep going, Carlo.
Sir Carlo,
Okay.
you were saying.
Yung game na minarathon para lang matapos. Naalala ko dati kasi nung araw, uso dito sa amin yung yung sayawan, kung may familiar sa inyo dyan. Sa plaza, tapos na kami nagpunta doon sa sayawan, umuwi na kami. Hindi pa ako inaanto kasi noong time na yun. So, naisipan ko ilabas yung family computer. Nilaro ko yung isang nabanggit ko kayo ng game, yung Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. Hindi ko pa siya natatapos hindi ko pa siya natatapos before ko siya nilaro nung gabing yon. So yon, nagulat na lang ako. Natapos ko siya ng nung minarato ko siya ng gabi, siguro inabot ako mga 1 hour, 2 hours, yan, kakalaro. Kaya ko pala siya dati siguro hindi natapos kasi maling karakter yung ginagamit ko. Ginagamit ko noon si Blade. Oo. Nung nagpalit ako ng karakter, ginamit ko si Striker. Mali pala. Tama nga yata. Striker kasi yung malakas yung damage. Kaunti lang yung life bar. Si Blade yung mahaba ang buhay, pero mahina ang damage. So yun, nag-change ako ng karakter, natapos ko siya. Second game ko naman, ko lang, Super Mario Brothers 3. Yung game na yon, napakatagal na sa akin. Natapos ko lang siya nung nag-cutting classes kami nung best friend ko nung first year high school ako.
Sapang
Nag-cutting classes kami, umuwi kami ng tanghali kasi sa amin kasi pagka sa tanghali pwede ka umuwi, kakain ka sa bahay. So umuwi kami, sinama ko siya rin sa bahay, dito kami kumain, sabi namin, huwag tayo pumasok, tayo na lang maglaro ng Mario Brothers. Natapos namin nung araw na yun.
Hanggang level 8?
Yeah, oo. Hindi, skip lang na, ng word.
Yung warp.
Kasi dati, nung nilalaro ko siya, hindi ko natalo yung ibang sa word date. Kasi kulang ako nung power P. Ganon. Hanggang sa, na lang, ginagamit namin, tanukin na lang. Nagulat na lang kami na, siguro dahil medyo nag-level up na kami kasi from elementary to high school, parang medyo gumaling ka sa paglalaro. Natapos namin bigla. Ganun.
Alright. Thank you for that, Sir Carlo. Ito na guys, yung pinakaabangan nating lahat. Yung Papa M.
What?
Papa M.
That's Papa M.
Papa M. Usapang rental tayo,
That's
Papa
Papa
M.
J.
Could you tell us muna yung pinakaunang rental shop na napuntahan mo and ano yung game na talagang minaraton mo, talagang pinagagastosan mo matapos lang?
Rental na. Way back, balik tayo. Siguro 1999 or 2000 na yun. Grade 4 ako, I think. Dito lang, malapit lang sa amin. Pero, dito, business building yung or, ang tawag doon? Basta yung business building, doon malapit lang sa labas ng village. Actually, hindi na ako umabot doon sa Super Famicom, hindi na Kuya Jonas. Kuya Jonas, si Kuya Joel, Super Famicom, di na ako umabot dun. Sa PS1 era na ako bumagsak. That was 1999 and 2000. Malapit lang sa amin. Sobrang, siguro, mabibilang ko 150 steps. Mga ganun yung computer shop dito ng PS1. So, ayun, dun mostly napupunta yung baon ko from grade 4. Simula nang malaman ko yung computer shop na yun. Kasi before that, gusto ko na magka-PS1. Kaso wala Walang PS1. Yung pinsan ko yung may PS1, Japanese pa. Nakikinood lang ako sa Resident Evil or Biohazard na Japanese. At yun nga, backseat gamer ka that time. Hanggang sa ma-discover namin ng mga kalaro ko, ng text, ng patintero, ng kung anumang laro nung bata tayo, Holen, Goma, yung computer shop na yun. Doon ako nakapaglaro. Yung mostly, halos hindi ko nagagastos yung yung baon ko that time. Mga 20 pesos. Kaya mga ganyan, 20 pesos. 20 pesos na baon ko that time. So, 20 pesos din yung renta per hour. Minsan, iniipon ko siya hanggang weekend para mas mahaba yung playtime ko. Kasi nung una, nag-aati-ati lang kami nung friends ko or nung mga ka-childhood, mga kababata ko. Maghahati kayo kapag 2-player yung lalaroin nyo. Mostly lalaroin namin Marvel vs. Capcom, Crash Team Racing, ano pa ba? Twisted Metal, Real Bout. Real Bout, tama. Hindi. Final Bout pala. Dragon Ball Final Bout. Tekken, hindi kami masyado Doon talaga kami sa Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, sa Marvel versus Capcom. Ayan, tapos doon sa mga personal or single player na pinaggastosan ko talaga para matapos lang or minaraton. One of them was Front Mission 3. I think naka 200, 300 hours ako doon. Oh, 200, 300
In
hours
total,
ata.
pero hindi yung isang upuan lang.
Oh, in total.
Right.
In total.
Right.
So imagine 20 pesos times ano, magkano 'yun? 'Di ba?
Ano yun?
Yeah.
Ayun,
Isang oras.
nag-grind
Saka
ka?
hindi lang naman yung 300 hours na 'yun, hindi lang naman nag-grind kasi ako. Hindi
Yun.
lang saka ano, dalawang senaryo kasi 'yun. Tapos inulit ko pa ng isa. So
Yung kay Emma tsaka kay Alice, right.
Alisa saka Emma. Alisa saka Emma. Tapos hindi lang naman 300 hours yun, hindi 200 to 300 hours lang. Siyempre, maglo-load doon ka pa kung magkamali ka or mag-game over ka sa isang mission. Valkyrie, kasama din yata yung Valkyrie dyan. Alundra 2, I think. Tapos, madalas din kasi nalilibre ako doon sa ano na yun. Kasi tampay ako doon kapag wala akong pangrenta. Wala akong pera. Tampay ako doon. Pag-isip ko pa lang, tatakbo na ako doon. Minsan, or madalas, hindi ako nakain ng tanghalian that time. Hapon na ako nauwi. Sinusundo pa nga ako ng kuya ko doon, ng panganay namin. Pinapahalo ako pa uwi. Siyempre, nung bata ka, ayaw mong mapahiya dun sa ibang nag-aano, di ba? Kaya inaaway ko yung kuya ko that time. Kasi pinapauwi niya ako. Kaya ayaw ko pang umuwi. Alam mo yung masaya ka na, nanonood ka lang. May ganun kasi experience. Kahit hindi ka naglalaro that time, nanonood ka lang, masaya ka na.
Mismo.
Yun yung maganda dati. Backseat gamer ka na. Nanonood ka na. Ayun, tapos, after nun, ano pa ba? Kasama na ba dito yung mga piso-piso?
We can, yeah.
Dun sa rentals? Or ano pa?
Piso house.
Next stage
The
pa natin.
house, go.
Pundahan, nandun na ba tayo?
Di pa naman.
Hindi pa naman.
The console rentals pa lang naman.
Console rentals. Ayun, tapos doon ko rin na-experience yung pasahan ng informations tungkol sa ano. Kwento ko na lang din informations tungkol sa mga hint, password, walkthroughs. Doon kayo Xeroxan or photocopy.
Yeah, tama,
Photocopy mula doon sa mayayaman na naglalaro doon sa rental shop. Actually, isa nga doon. May mga magazine. Actually, kaya din ako naengganyo mag-front mission. Kasi nakita ko siya, nilalaro siya nung isang doon. Doon ko lang din nakilala. Actually, matanda na siya. 80 na yata siya that time. Tapos sa simulator siya ng Gran Turismo 2, saka yung front mission. Natuwa ako doon sa front mission niya kasi ang daming skills nung Wanzer niya. Samantalang nung nilaro ko yun, hirap na hirap ako nung una. Tapos nakita ko meron pala siyang guide. Nandito pa yata sa akin yung Xerox na yun hanggang ngayon pero nakatago sa cabinet. Malamang borado na yung iba nun. So full guide yun ng front mission 3. Yun din yata yung naging dahilan kung bakit umabot ako ng 200 to 300 hours sa front mission 3. Tapos naalala ko pa yung memory card ko noon. Actually hindi ako nakabili. May pinupuntahan kaming ibang computer shop na console rental shop na may PS1, PS2. Madalas may mga nakakaiwan doon ng kami, masasama kami nung bata. May nakakaiwan doon ng memory card. May nakakaiwan ng memory card doon. Bumipitik kami ng mga memory card hanggang sa maramihan na kami ng memory card. May tatlong memory card kami or may 5 memory cards kami.
Di ka anis. Palupit.
Bata dati
naiwan doon.
Minus 10 sa langit.
Diba? Naiwan nila
Di man lang isurrender muna sa may-ari.
Sorry, kilala naman yung nakaiwan.
Auto-uwi.
Walang ganon. Walang ganon.
May nakaiwan po, baka balikan po.
Sa'yo na yun.
Sabi ni Tito Jano, class S na halimaw ka daw.
Sa'yo na yun that time. Ganon siya, ano po ba kung makikikwento?
Napaka-control talaga ng Philippine Gaming, Jay. Would you agree?
Yun nga lang. Mukhang nakaalis kagad ng Pilipinas si Jay. 1998 yata siya umalis.
Let's talk to how about kay Sir Beljan? Sir Beljan, ano naman yung laro na talagang pinaghandaan mo, whether you cutting classes or whatever, basta't malaro mo siya, you spend over 1-2 hours, all of your money, matapos lang yung laro?
Actually, 3 game. Yung Resident Evil 2,
RE2.
yes, Metal Slug with classmates. And Crash Bandicoot, yung 3.
Warp.
PS1.
Warp.
Warp. Yep.
Hmm.
Warp.
Warp.
Bandicoot Warp.
Warp.
So yun, ganun
Warp.
din. Tamang ipon din. Pag hindi ipon, pag nangate. Hindi, pag co-op, yun, pag uwi. Pero pag plano mo mag laro ng Saturday or Sunday, wala nang pasok sa elementary. Grade 6 yun eh. So yun, ipon muna ng Monday to Friday, laro ka na Sabado. Pero kapag may ayaan, hati, yun, katulad kay Menard, hati talaga ng mga classmates. Yung
Ate.
ka-2 players mo, hati talaga yan. 20, di ba? 20
Oo.
or 25.
Hindi tayo ganun
Hati-hati
kagalante
tayo.
dati. Hindi tayo ganun kagalante.
Kaya nga,
Magdala ka ng pera mo. Gusto mo lumaki.
magbabaon ka para hindi mo magastos yung hinging mong baon na pera.
Oo.
Magbabaon ka. Tamang baon, tipid lang. Tapos ano pa ba? So yun, yung ano rin yung mga walkthrough, tama. Dito sa City Mall sa may Paranaque. Meron dati diyang renta, ay hindi actually, nagtitinda sila ng mga video games, ng mga PS1. And aside doon, may nagbibigay rin sila nagpapakopy sila, na photocopy sila ng mga walkthroughs. So ayun, doon din kami napunta kapag magpapaserox kami. Pero per 2 page, 4 page lang siguro, ganun. Hindi namin mabuo kasi sobrang kapal ang haba
Mahal pa naman Xerox
Talagang,
dati.
babalik-balik mo. No choice kayo. Iba nga, dati, sinusulat pa namin sa notebook. Pumunta namin yan. Tapos, pakopya na lang po kami. Kinakopya na namin doon. Tapos, binadala na lang namin pa uwi. So, ayun. Yun yung mga masayang experience din pagdating sa mga Xerox copy. Or, ano pa ba? Yung sa mga magazine, sa mga mall. Sa National Bookstore.
Meron doon.
Pag uwi nyo, daan muna kayo doon. Yun, tingin lang din ng mga cheat codes.
Parang ikaw yung nagbubukas ng
Yung mga sealed.
Kawain ko rin yan.
Nagbubukas ako ng sealed. Palihim pa, no? Tingin-tingin pa sa mga guardian. Uy, wala. Unti-unti mo. Ginuguhita mo na yung plastic. Ginuguhita mo na ng daliri mo para bumukas. Tapos ayun na. Uy, nakabukas na. Libre na. Kopyahan na. Yun, yung mga sayang moment dati talaga.
Alright. Thank you for that, Sir Beljan. How about si Survey? Ano naman yung talagang pinagtunan mo talaga ng pansin, matapos lang na laro sa rental shop?
Ligaya. Yan ang unang-una kong natapos na RPG game.
Legend of Ligaya.
Ligaya.
Kasi may computer shop sa amin.
Ligaya, tawag mo.
Yan, Ligaya ang itawag mo sa kanila. Yan, anyway, yun. May mga rental shop yung rental shop na laruan ko niyan is meron silang promo kasi. Kung makaka 5 hours ka, may 2 hours ka na libre. So, ang per hour is 20 pesos. So, maghanda ka lang ng around 100 pesos, straight to 7 hours ka na. So, yun. Pinag-anuhan ko yun. Sila naman, may libre naman silang memory card sa mga loyal customers nila. So, yun. Legend of Ligaya.
Ligaya, alright.
Oo.
How about si Sir Joel?
Isa lang.
Alright. Those were the days. Siguro mga banda...
Isa lang si Joel. Kasi medyo
wala those were the days. Noong 1988-89, noong mga panahon ng mga Betamax pa, ganon. Yung rentahan namin is yung local Betamax store namin doon sa Bikutan, sa Marcelo Green Village. Pupunta kami doon, magrerenta kami ng mga bala ng Famicom. And yun na nga, you would get it for 3 days, tapos kapag lumagpas ka ron, babayaran mo ng extra paying penalty, ganon. Parang yung Betamax din, ganon. Sa amin naman, ang game na nilaro ko, na hiniram ko tapos talagang pinagtuunan ko ng pansin, the game that I would concentrate on, was the very first Castlevania for the Famicom. Castlevania, because that was the game that really captured my attention, really captured my imagination. And you were poor. You just had to concentrate on one game until you finished it. So in my case, Castlevania was a game that I put in the most number of hours for on a rental, because of the fact that I was completely stuck at Dracula at the very final stage. that stage where you would climb up the stairs. I know, and I would get killed by Dracula over and over again. I must have fought Dracula at least 30 or 40 times. Pero during that time, nung bata ako, I promised myself that I would not get up from this chair until I beat Dracula. Ganun yan. And I really did that. I'd say mga 30 or 40 times I would get killed. But the last time I beat Dracula, the final scene was seeing Castlevania, the castle, crumble to the ground to absolute nothingness. And that taught me a sense of accomplishment that I'd never felt before. Not when I would get a high grade in class, not when I would get not when I would finish a project. It would be when I defeated Dracula after sitting down and promising myself that I would, and seeing Castlevania crumble to the ground. That was yung game na pinagtuunan ko ng pansin, and I got a sense of accomplishment from.
Nice. Yun talaga yung experience nila, yung especially with the Castlevania games, no. Castlevania in the NES was one of those very enjoyable game, but hard as hell.
Hardcore.
On my case, there was this rental shop na like 2 blocks away from us, and we were playing Streets of Rage 2 for the Sega Genesis, and every day nandun kami, papayaw-hapyaw lang. We only play up until where the stage can where our money can take us. Sometimes we will end up stage 5, stage 6. Eventually, you keep on playing it. You get better and better. Your continues will go on further, and then eventually there was this incident na we were already in stage 7. You know, Jay, those 2 robots. Is that stage 7? Yung the bosses.
For which game again?
Streets of Rage 2.
Yes.
The gold and the silver robots. Yung gumagano
Yes.
ganun,
The hop, yeah.
with robotic arms, right?
Mhm.
And unfortunately, all of our continues were already lost back then, and
Yeah.
nag-time na kami. And then we're like, oh shit, this is stage 7. Usually, itong mga ganitong games, stage 8, last na. So we prepared for it. Me and a few of my friends, no. So we pulled our lunch money together, and we said we are not going to leave this place until we're going to finish Streets of Rage 2. And eventually we did, no.
Yes.
All of us na nandun na ako nga dapat maglalaro na rin ako. But hindi pa namamatay yung isang kaibigan ko. And then we were already in the first floor, level 8. And there's nabi time na. And I still got enough money for at least 30 minutes more. Sabi ko, binigay ko na, sinakripisyo ko na yung gaming time ko, yung gaming money ko. Binigay ko na we were serious. We were not going to leave this place until we finish the game, goddamn game. So I gave my own money, and then sabi ko, I don't care if I don't play. Let's just finish this game. I want to see the ending, no? At least I want to be a part of the experience then.
Right.
And we were able to beat Shiva barely, and then Mr. X. We were down to our last continue. We were down to our last lives.
Yep.
And then boom, we were able to finish. We were able to finish the game, and then ending credits. Oh God, that's the sweetest ending music that I ever heard. Kakalaro ng after playing Streets of Rage for those days, and then when we heard the ending theme of Streets of Rage 2, talaga as in such an experience nga, no? Like Sir Joel have mentioned.
Beautiful.
I mean, kahit sabi mong ending credits lang yan, but as far as the that's why as far as ending theme music goes, Streets of Rage 2 will be one of my top 10 if ever, no?
Oh yeah.
It's such a good ending theme song, right? Parang it
Jay,
really does
masyado
give you
kang
that
bias.
sense of accomplishment, no?
You're too biased, Jay.
Too biased.
All right.
Streets of Rage, too biased.
Next question. I'm gonna throw it back to Jay. A specialized question ito, no? So we're going to talk about the wildest experiences, no?
Ooh.
I'm gonna throw it
Wildest.
back to Jay.
Wildest. Anong
with Blockbuster rentals, sa
Iba
US,
naisip ko.
and your mom and pop rental
Yeah.
game rentals. There are other issues that would arise, if you are going to rent a certain video game, whether whether you have one game in particular that you wanted to rent for that weekend, but somebody else already took it and then
Mm.
didn't even return it. That's one issue. The other issue would be there's no when you not knowing the game, you rented it out for the first time and then you played it. It was trash. What's your wildest experience that you ever that you what's the what experience that you can tell us in regards with the Blockbuster and the sort of rental shops
Mm.
along those lines?
Oh man, I can't even think because it's just I used to just go to the rental shop, like wherever I went, and it's just straight up transaction only. I don't have really experiences um, as far as like renting a game and like having a hard time with it. Is it okay if I convert the question back to my experience with the game
Yeah,
shops
of
in the
course. Go.
Philippines?
Sure,
Well,
absolutely.
yeah.
Mm.
I remember as a kid, and this has nothing to do with like gaming itself, but I remember having to take a bathroom break, and I was traumatized, like because the bathroom was like maybe like around the corner from the video game shop, and I know I had to use the bathroom, and I see on the wall a phallic illustration. I was like, oh my god, I don't want to go here anymore. Like you know,
Oh,
so
you were allowed to go to their bathroom. We were not
yeah, yeah,
allowed to do
yeah.
that.
It was like a public bathroom, but I remember seeing like a huge thingy. I was like, yeah, I don't think I want to be at this video game shop anymore. But
Well, it
yeah,
does leave an experience.
yeah,
It will leave a mark.
yeah. I was like, what the heck are they
Thank you for
drawing on
that,
these
Jay.
walls?
How
More
about Sir
specifically,
Carlo?
they leave scars, really.
Scars, mentally scars. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Sir Carlo? Pinaka wildest na you can probably think of na makukwento mo sa isang rental shop.
Ano?
May mga nag-away ba? Ikaw mismo nag-ref?
Hindi. Ano?
Or binouncer mo ba?
Parang wala naman masyadong wild. Pero ano lang, ayun, ano na lang. Nung isang beses na nandun kami, ibang rentahan naman to malapit sa amin, kina Kuya Jun, na Tanawan. Ano, bukod sa, meron din sila kasi mga bilyaran, tapos may mga dartboard din sila na free play. Tapos puro yung hulog piso na na Super NES sa Famicom.
yung
Ang
may 3
ginagawa
pesos
namin
per minute.
per minute tama. Ano pa nga doon yung sa Super Famicom sa SNES, 2 pisong hulog. 3 ilaw yon. Yung green, pag nawala, hindi mo na magagamit yung start button. Tapos yung
Yellow.
orange, pag nawala,
Hmm.
matitira na lang. Hindi mo na magagalaw kahit tapos magpi-freeze yata yung game. Ayun. Ang ginagawa namin doon, pagka kakaunti na yung aming pera, halimbawa, siguro may dala kang 20, natira na lang mga 3 piso, papasok kami doon sa secret room ni na Kuya Jun nung araw. Nandoon nakalagay yung video karera. So yung 3 piso namin, ipansusugal muna namin. Na sana pamilyar kayo sa video karera. Hulog mo yan, pipili ka ng numero, papanalaki mo manalo. Kasi yung
Alam
piso
ko
mo,
yan,
pwedeng
alam
manalo
ko
ng
yan.
500. Oo. Pero yung 500, rare yun eh. So kalimitan, tataya mo lang siya sa 3, 4, 5. Ayun, minsan, pagka suswertehin ka, mananalo ka na uli ng 20 pesos, balik ka uli sa laro, or kung wala, di wala. Manunod ka na lang. Ganun lang. Naranasan ko rin pala, munti kang manakawan ng bike. Kasi yung bike ko, hindi ko lang sa
Sige.
gilid.
Ay, madalas
Wala
yan,
na-
madalas
wala
yan.
na.
Madalas yan.
Madalas
Ikaw ba ng
yan.
bike o nagkataon?
Kuya, wala na yung bike ko sa labas.
Oo. Kaya after noon, nagdadala na rin ako ng kadena. Kinakadena ko doon sa gate. Try na lang kami. Buti lang na nakita nung isang kaklase ko yung kumuha eh. Napuntahan
Grand
namin.
theft bike, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Sir Carlo. Ito si Papa M. Pinaka wildest experience mo sa isang rental shop, Papa M. You can include the piso-pisos.
Sa piso-piso. Sa ano kasi wala eh. Wala masyado sa... May nag-aaway yata sa... Ako kung tama yung pagkakaalala ko. Ewan ko kung magkapatid yun. May nag-aaway din sa PS1 console rental shop that time. Alam ko naglalaro yata sila na fighting ba yata yung nilalaro nila. Tapos nagsuntukan din sila sa magkapatid. Isang ano, yung siyempre ano. Parang magkalapit naman yung edad yata nila. Ayun, nagsuntukan sila that time. Na madalas naman nangyayari dati. Tapos, ano pa ba? Ayun nga, yung mga pinauwi. Kasama na ako doon. Yung mga pinapauwi. Yung pinapalo.
Kasi-
Pinapalo. Actually, yung iba, yung iba, nanay, di ba? May dalang walis
oo,
ting-ting. May dalang walis ting-ting. May
Nahanap
dalang...
Hindi nagpaalam.
walis ting-ting. Mas masakit kasi pag walis tambo eh. Pag walis ting-ting, medyo kaya mo pa i-resist eh. Medyo mataas pa yung depensa mo sa walis.
How about isang ting-ting lang?
Tapos sasabihin pa yun. Kunyari ano pangalan? Kunyari si Raymond. Nanay mo nandiyan sa labas. Sabihin mo wala ako. Magtatago yun sa counter ng ano. Sabihin mo wala ako dito. May mga ganun pa. Wala daw po siya. Anong wala?
Wala daw po.
Oo. Wala pa.
Ayun, chinelas
Kasi
ka
Kasi
na.
may mga ibang ano,
may
di ba?
chinelas. Meron
Ayun,
kasi
chinelas,
nag-iwan
oh.
talaga
Ibang
ng
computer
chinelas.
shop na yung chinelas nasa
Iniiwan
labas.
sa labas.
Diba?
Oo, may
Iniiwan
mga
sa labas,
ganun.
diba?
May mga ganun iniiwan sa labas.
Yo,
Chinelas.
Tito Joel, iniiwan namin sa labas. Di pwedeng
Oo.
ipasok yun. Kasi, syempre, flooring
Oh
nila yun.
yeah.
Kasi
Gumulan
bata
pa.
eh. Saka yung iba, tinataas yung paa doon sa mga monoblock eh. Kasi monoblock pa lang that time na puti. Minsan nga wala pang sandalan. Na monoblock, yung 4 lang yung paa. Tapos checkered yung seat. Minsan tinataas mo pa yung paa mo, so iniiwan mo yung tsinelas mo dun sa sahig. So pansin ng nanay mo. Saka yung kalaro kasi minsan, yung kalaro alam. Uy, ikaw yung lagi kalaro ng anak ko, di ba? Diba? Imposible wala yung anak ko dyan. Di ba? Tapos sisigaw yung nanay. Raymond, lumabas ka dyan. Kung hindi kakalag ka rin kita, makakatikim ka talaga sa akin. Di ba? Makakatikim ka talaga. Di ba? Yun yung mga ganun. Tapos, ganun. Tapos, awkward na yun, di ba? Sunduin na naman.
Titingnan ka na
Bukas
lahat ng
mag-uusap.
tao
Uy, baka sunduin ka na naman na nanay mo, ha? Baka sunduin. Kinabukasan,
Actually,
ganun.
mga
Oo,
ganyan.
laman ka ng
Hindi
computer
ka
shop.
magpapakita.
Oo,
Mga
laman ka
ganyan
ng computer. Uy, baka sunduin ka na naman na nanay mo, ha? Minsan kasi, yung mga makakalaro mo na mag-share din ng pera para sa fighting games or multiplayer game. Doon mo na lang din makikita sa computer shop. Oy, laro tayo nito, hati tayo. So, may time yata na hindi, kita kalaro, baka mabitin tayo kasi dadating nanay mo.
Sira na reputation.
Dadating yung nanay mo.
Marunong eh, no?
Tapos doon naman sa piso-piso gaming. Sa piso-piso gaming, piso-piso, house, bahay-bahay, na sinasabi ko na piso per credit na arcade, saka yung piso per 3 minutes, yung sinasabi nga ni J Prime. Doon talaga madalas. Kasi sa labas lang ng bahay yun ng kung sino man eh. Kasi actually sa pinsan ko yung bahay. Tapos may mga tatlong cabinets, 4 na cabinet, yung fruit game, saka yung video karera nasa loob. So, andun yung matatanda. Nakatago yung video karera, saka yung fruit game, yung naikot yung ilaw. Tapos, parang Viking yata yung design. Kung familiar kayo. Yung nasabog na ilaw, fruit game yung tawag namin. Basta yung sugalan sa loob. Sa labas, madalas, nagsusuntukan yung mga bata, lalo na kapag fighting games at nagkakaasaran. Doon una nagsimula yung mga trash talk na nangyayari. Actually, nakwento ko na to dati dito. Pero kwento ko na ulit. Merong matanda, pulis na yata, tapos kalaro niya yung isang kong kababata na kaedad ko. Madalas natatalo tong matanda dun sa bata. Ayun nga, siguro siya 6 bits or 8, mga 8, ganun. Tapos umalis na yung pulis, nakatalikod na naglalakad na pauwi. Nagsalita ba naman yung kababata ko na wala ka pala eh. Bumalik yung pulis. Balik ng pulis, oh. Ano sabi mo? Binatukan siya. Tigil kami lahat eh.
Oo naman.
No.
Oo naman.
Oh,
Wala ka na magagawa nun.
pakiyabang mong bata ka. Siyempre, hindi mo lalabanan yun. Hindi makakalaban yung bata. Ano ka na lang.
Sabihin mo lang
Binatukan. Hindi, pag alis, saka namin inasara.
Oo naman.
Pag alis, saka siya umiyak.
Oo naman.
Umiyak siya. Oo, tapos meron pa. Ewan ko kung wild tong yung mga kasama mo doon, siyempre, mga walang ligo, nagpupunas ng sa damit, gano'n, no? Ano naglalaro, di ba?
Yan.
Di ba? Mga tulo-uhog na nandun eh. Mga At marami din siyempre doon, sinusundo ng nanay. Ayan, mga ganyan. Saka, kasama ba sa Wild Things yung sinusundot yung loob ng credit ng coin? Yung
Yung wild.
yung merong walis ting-teng tapos naka-tape yung piso.
Do you know about this, Jay?
What's that?
Do you know this technique? Tell it to him, guys.
Only credit technique.
Wire tapping.
Unlimited credits.
Unlimited
credits.
Coin on a string.
Yeah.
No. I know too well. Yes.
Coin on at the end of the string. Then we're gonna put the string inside the coin slot to have unlimited credits. Di ba? Pag hindi nakatingin yung may-ari. Madalas kasi sa bahay talaga, hindi naman talaga binabantayan. Hindi talaga binabantayan sa bahay unless sa computer shop, arcade shop, mga ganun.
Not really, no.
Ayun.
Kaya nga feeling ko itong si Sir Carlo, sinave niya yung mga token niya. Feeling ko ginagawa niya yung dati, kaya ang dami niyang token.
Napaghahalataan
Hindi niya naman sabi sa atin eh. Ginagawa niya yun eh. Meron siyang token for every arcade house. Thank you for that kay Papa M. Sir Beljan, any stories in relation to Papa M?
Okay, marami. Puro videohan din, piso-piso. Isa natin sa Ayun nga, sa una rin yung sa Tingting. Legit talaga yung Tingting eh. Pinapaso ng Yossi yung yung dulo ng Tingting para kumurba. Ganyan ang ginagawa. Yun ang technique sa amin.
Pinag-uusapan natin, Beb. Sigurado ka walis yung pinag-uusapan nating Tingting dyan.
Oo, walis. Legit. So yun nga, papasuin siya ng Yossi. Pwede nyo pa try hanggang ngayon to eh. Minsan ginagawa ko pag walang magawa. May nakikita. Papasuin nyo siya ng pwedeng lighter or Yossi. Kukurba siya na parang arc ng piso. So yun, ganun kami gumawa ng pang-tingting dati sa videoan sa amin. Yun, ginagawa lagi namin yan kapag alam namin wala yung may-ari, umaalis, may pasok sa trabaho. Pero syempre, kapag nagkakahulihan minsan, takbuhan talaga eh. Ngayon, nag-evolve yan. Nagpalit si may-ari. Kasi ang videohan namin dito, palengke, tapos iskinita siya. Tapos yun, bahay na nila. Nasa labas lang siya na iskinita, apat bali niya cabinet. So, yun, nag-evolve yung pinalitan niya, ang galing. Nag-evolve yung coin slot. Pag tinitingting mo, matigas na, hindi na siya lumulusot hanggang dulo. Dati nalulusot namin hanggang kalahati ng tingting. Ayaw na, para nababara. So, ayun.
Pinalitan yung slot, may harang na.
So wala na kami. Ngayon, ang style ng cabinet sa amin, may switch sa likod, yung on-off.
Meron.
Na, ano ba tawag doon? Yung on-off switch na kulay, yung bakal.
Red.
Diba?
Di ba red? May ilaw?
Yung bakal lang siya na on-off. Na parang lang.
Ayun yung parang sa
old school na on-off.
Yung rad.
Rad,
yun. Rad lang.
Yun yung on-off niya. Then, meron pa siyang reset button sa ilalim. Katabi ng coin slot. May reset doon. Ngayon, hindi ko alam kung sino nakatuklas doon, pero ginagawa na namin noon pa. Nakalimutan ko na, hindi ko na maalala eh. So, yung timer, di ba? Yung timer nga na sinabi mo na red, red, yellow, green kasi sa amin eh. Red, yellow, green sa amin. Green siya kapag may time pa. Kasi wala pang digital na orasan na timer, yung number. So, parang doon ka lang magbabase kung magta-time na eh.
Sa amin,
Oo.
Kapag hulog mo, green, 3 may ilaw. Kapag magta-time na, mawawala yung green, mag-yellow. Magbi-blink na
magre-red.
siya kapag magta-time na.
Blink.
Pag mawawalan siya ng control kapag red na. So, ngayon, nakalimutan ko sino naka-invento talaga nito eh. Basta hindi ko na maalala. Pero ang way na pangalawang technique namin doon, pinipitik namin yung reset. Pitik tawag kasi tawag doon eh. Pag pinipitik, kasi ang sure ng reset button naman para siyang para siyang sa arcade button na paumbok naman. Hindi siya yung flat.
Mhm.
Paumbok siya. Yung parang alam niyo yung usual na press button, push button na gano'n. Gano'n yung kurba niya. So, kumbaga parang arc siya. So yun, pinipitik namin. Ngayon nangyayari doon, pag may tamang lakas o tamang hindi pwedeng malakas na malakas eh kasi nagre-reset lang eh. Meron doon na eksakto lang dapat yung lakas ng pitik mo, nagagana. Magkakaroon ka ng controls. Parang nakakargahan ng power yung yung counter. So yun, pag pinitik mo yun, magiging dilaw. Dilaw lang siya, hindi siya abot ng green. Dilaw lang. So, hindi ko alam kung ilang minuto yung dilaw eh. Sabihin na natin 2 minutes or 1.5 minutes siguro yun. Makakapaglaro ka na libre. So, ang laro namin lagi nun, Mortal Kombat, may iksing laro lang na pwede mo ulit-ulitin. Then yun, nalaman ulit, mga ilang buwan or years na yata lumipas na. Hindi pa years. Mga buwan lang siguro, hindi ko na maalala. Sabihin natin mga 3 or 4 months. Pinalitan niya ulit. Dinisable niya na yung reset. Wala na reset button dyan. Wala na. Ngayon, nakaisip ulit kami ng isa pang technique doon. Ginamit namin yung on-off naman ng likod. Ginaganon lang namin, Parang, basta ginaganon. Pinipitik lang din namin yung on-off na parang pinipitik mo yung reset. Ganon. Gumagana pa rin effective. Seryoso, tuwan-tuwa kami lagi pag ginagawa na. Kaso maingay. Yun ang risk doon, maingay, naririnig. Alam na nung may-ari yun eh.
Alam na may-ari.
Oo, yun ang hindi niya na magagawa ng paraan kasi on-off yun eh. Hindi niya na pwede baguhin yun. 'Di ba? Hindi niya na pwedeng patayin or ano. Kaya pag naririnig niya, dapat doon hindi ka masyadong lalaroin mo lang ng ganun na walang tunog pero nagre-reset. Yung gigitnain mo lang yung para hindi pumitik na tak tak, 'di ba? Gagano kasi siya eh. Parang iwiwigil mo lang yung on-off. Yun, ganun ginagawa namin. So, minsan kapag nagkamali na tumutunog na ganyan, nagigising, lumalabas kay Agdimaris, sinisilip kung sino yung, kung maglalaro ba talaga, o kilala niya na naguhulog talaga yung mga, mga naglalaro na yun. Kasi,
kagad eh, no? Dinig
pag isang bukas lang, syempre alam mo na maglalaro lang yun. Pero kung mga ilang beses naririnig mo na gano'n, talagang lalabas ka agad yun, sisigaw, hahabulin kami, tatakbuhan kami. Ngayon, ito pa. Ngayon, bukod doon, isa pa, last trick na pinaka-effective nun is yung cricket. Yung cricket na lighter. Tinatanggal namin yung...
Yan yung may kuryente.
Okay, may kuryente yun.
Yan.
Trigger yan.
Diba, ang cabinet, ang arcade cabinet, nabubuksan sa, diba, sa may, tawag dito?
Panel.
Oo.
Sa ibabaw.
Mesa niya mismo yung
sa may stick.
ng mga stick.
Sa may stick.
May bisagra yun. May bisagra lagi yun eh. Pansinin nyo, may bisagra yun.
Parang sa videoke.
Pag ganun kasi yung bukas niya eh. Pag ganun eh.
Paharap.
Pag ganun. So yun, yung bisagra na yun, napipitikan din ng kuryente yun. Grounded. So, hindi ko alam kung saan dumadalo yung kuryente na yun, pero napapagana pa rin namin ng yellow. Minsan nagi-green. Yun ang maganda kasi malakas.
Kadalasan ang target dun sa may coins na. Doon nila kinukuryente.
Hindi, walang flow, stainless kasi yun eh. Doon kami talaga sa may bisagra. Hindi namin alam bakit meron doon eh. Siguro na umaabot do sa sa mga kable ng ng mga controllers. So yun, isa yun. Ano pa ba? Kapag inis kami sa kay Tatang, yung isang bantay, dalawa kasi yun. Tig-dalawa sila eh. Sa dulo yung kay Tatang naman. ang wild na ginagawa namin doon. Pag yung nasa mood lang kami ngayari, tapos na kami maglaro ng nakalaro kong kababata ko. Oh, magkakatingin na kami niyan. Ano gagawin natin? Di ba uso yung mga cheat code dati na, alam mo yung mga cheat code kung paano palabasin si ganyan. Paano palaruin, ano pinipindot. Nagkakatingin na kami yan. Ano gagawin natin? Cheat code na. Papalabas na namin karakter. Alam mo kung sino? Ang tinutukoy namin karakter doon, si Tatang, yung bantay matanda na. Old man siya na masungit na laging galit lagi.
Walang asawa.
Paano namin pinapalabas? Ano ang code namin? Ano ang cheat code namin? Hinahambalos namin ng malakas yung mga controller, ginagawa namin. Talagang pinapalo namin alam mo yung tipong parang kala mo nagre-rage pero nilalakasan namin yung palo tapos nagagalit, lalabas talaga si Tatang tapos tatakbo na kami. Yun yung isa sa mga hindi ko makalimutan na ginagawa namin dati kay Tatang, pero hindi ko na alam kung nasa si Tatang baka ewan. Basta yun, wala na siya dito lumipat na sila or hindi ko na alam, wala na kami balita. Tapos eto pa, yung about naman sa pagsundo, ang pinaka-wild na experience ko dyan, dumating yung nanay pero hindi kami maingay Huwag ka maingay. Sabi ng nanay, malayo pa lang nakaganon Huwag daw maingay. Kasi pag tingin namin malayo, entrance ng eskinita, makikita na namin siya Mga 10 hakbang o 12 hakbang. Kasi kung anino pala di ba nanonood ka sa likod abangangis ka na ikaw next or ganyan or nanonood ka sa game anino mo kasi na may dadaan, di ba? Kasi iskinita siya palabas So kaya kung lagi may dadaan doon, mapapatingin ka kasi peripheral mo So yun, syempre pagtingin namin, si nanay. Ganyan. Daw maingay. Wala namang hawak na pamalo Maya, syempre naglalaro lang yung anak niya. Di ba paano maglaro ng arcade? Di ba parang yung usual na upo natin, minsan naka-tiptoe. Naka-tiptoe, di ba? Pag nakaupo. Ginawa ng nanay doon. Binaso ng lighter yung paa. Laugh trip. Oo. Binaso, ginano. Pucha, iyak siya Tapos sabi, hindi pinisikal Pero iba naman yung ginamit na technique, gumamit ng fire jutsu. Oo. Pasong-paso. Tawa kami ng tawa, tapos tumakbo na, umuwi. So yun. Tapos meron pa. Uso yung ganito yung syempre magtatropa na kayo lahat dito, kababata kayo, magkakalugar kayo. Lagi na kayo nandyan. Uso yung batukan dyan.
Sino?
Hindi mo malalaman kung sino.
Totoo yan.
Di ba? Lugi yung mga naglalaro dyan pag ganun. Pag alam mo kung sino yung pinagtitripan nyo lang. Pili ko sino yung pinagtitripan nyo lagi.
Pagtitripan ka.
Meron lagi dyan. Meron laging tao dyan or bata na paborito yung batuan tapos walang galawan, hindi nyo malalaman kung sino.
Oo, kunyari nanonood sa kabila.
Kakamot na yun.
Sino
kung sino. Visit na visit. Hanggang sa maiinis na siya, aalis, kukunin niya na yung mga barya na nakahilera sa salamin. Di ba pa-slide yung salamin?
Pa-slide yung salamin. Nakalagay doon.
Patong-patong pa, mga mayayabang pa yung iba, maraming barya, doon nilalagay. Yabang nito, mga naka-display. Parang ayoko na palaruin.
Oo.
Ganun ginagawa namin. Batukan, sabay. Yun, nainis na siya. Kinuha niya. Umalis. Meron din one time nagsuntukan Pero ano ba nangyari nun ba't nagsuntukan yun? Ganon din yata sa batukan din yun Nagsuntukan rin sila. Pero na-shoot sa sa kanal. May kanal kasi dun sa amin may kanal. Legit na itim na kanal Talagang ganun. Na-shoot siya dun. Tapos wala, naiyakan. Ano na lang, alisan na lahat. Yun. So yun, yung mga hindi ko makakalimutan ng mga wild moments sa videoon talaga Andun lahat Lahat ng kalokohan nandun. Pati yung pinapaso yung kuko mo ng sigarilyo, mga ganun. Sa paa. Or eto pa, yung, di ba nga, nakatipto nga rin pag naglalaro. tinatago naman yung mga tsinelas sa mga bubong. Yung mga, dyan lang hindi mo maalala na, or hindi mo maiisip kung saan mo makikita or titingnan. Taguan ng tsinelas. Hindi naman kinuuwi, hindi kinukuha. Pero
Tago lang.
tago.
Pagtitripan ka lang talaga. Oo.
Pagtago, uwi na sila. Wala nang pakialam sa'yo. Bukas na kayo magkikita ulit. Parang mga ganun. Ikaw, hanap ka ng hanap. Wala kang palag eh. Umuwi na eh. Hindi mo rin alam kung sino. Di ba? Yun tayo. Masaya talaga, masaya.
Yung mga naririnig kong mga revelations, no, Sir Joel, no? Kahit yung mga technique, yung mga Hokage techniques na yun, hindi ko alam yun. Pero yung mga narinig ko, hindi ko na alam yun.
Doon kasi yun sa mga obscure na video, anong yan.
Oo nga.
I have to admit, yung mga kwento ni Nabel talagang fascinating. I mean, ako mismo hindi ko na-experience yun, pero I can actually see it happening in my head. Yung kinukwento nila.
Actually, may hindi
makakalimutan pag ganyan
talaga. Gagawa ng paraan eh.
Oo, may naalala din ako dyan. Sige. Go.
Sige.
Go.
Ako, hindi, may naalala kasi ako doon sa sinasabi nga ng Switch kasi ni Belgian. Meron kapag galit sa'yo or pinagtitripan ka ng mga nakakalaro mo doon sa video. Papatayin nila yung Switch. Para makapaglaro sila agad.
Huling coin mo na. Tapos papatayan ka. Nantay ako.
Ang layo mo na. Hala, namatay ko yan, namatay.
Tapos yung may-ari nakatingin lang sa'yo.
Walang refund.
Yung may-ari nakatingin lang sa'yo.
Nakatingin lang sa'yo. Buksan mo lang, baka namatay. Pero pinatay. Samantala yung ibang videoan bukas.
Hindi ko naman sasabihin
may mga gumagapang na kamay.
Hindi ko naman kasalanan yun.
Oo. Minsan nga, diretso bunot, di ba? Bubunot.
Yung iba nakaganyan pa sa'yo. Hindi mo alam. Naabot na. Naabot ng ganun. Walang
ang layo ko na. Kunyari sa tawag dito, Knights of the Rounds. Uy, ang layo na. Ganda na ng armor mo
Tarantado eh.
Doon din madalas nagkakasuntukan.
Doon nga.
Yan.
Yun pala.
Suntukan yan. Balentong yan sa yung upuan pa naman isang mahaba.
Isang mahaba lang. Ikatabi lang pero isang mahaba lang.
Tapos siyempre maapektuhan yung mga iba naglalaro kasi tumbling yan doon sa gugulong-gulong yan doon sa tapat. Sinusuntok doon sa baba mo. Iba nagkakaroon pa rin ng suntok.
Ground and pound.
Una muna, ambahan muna yan.
Yan ang beat 'em up game.
Ambahan muna yan.
Ambahan muna yun.
Tapos
ano?
Tapos yung nakatalikod nyo. Sige nga. Papalubutan kayo, di ba? Ganyan eh.
Ang tagal eh.
Ganyan.
Okay, dito mag-away.
Oo.
Umuwi kayo. Okay, dito mag-away.
Mayroon nga usapang away. Sir Ray, meron nga bang ikaw sa side ng sa side mo diyan? Meron
sa akin,
klaseng,
wala akong problema sa ganyan, yung amoy ng mga nakatambay. Yan. Dali.
Solar boys.
Oo, yung mga solar boys. Yung mga tatambay lang sa mga rental shops. Habang naglalaro ka, may maaamoy kang hindi ka anais-nais. Ayan. Madalas yan dun sa area namin, yun yung pinaka-worst na.
Kalaboy, siya pa yung nakaka-99 hit combo.
Oo. Silent killer, kumbaga. Yung tipong naglalaro ka, biglang pagpasok niya, hahaging sa ilong mo yung amoy.
Pwede ko muna yung mga buttons tsaka yung joystick para kayo
yun.
Wala, lalo na kapag sinisipon. Kasi gagalan-galan lang yan parang si Tres sa string niya, ibang gagawin.
Yung pa pala, yung mga naglalagay ng mga kulangot sa stick. Pagtapos maglaro, pag ikaw nasunod, puta yun lang, di ka na maglalaro eh.
Mahawakan yun.
Meron pa nga chiclet di ba meron kasing ilalim doon
yung papala
meron kasing on off din doon meron di reset doon meron di reset doon minsan nilalagyan nila yon Saka, swerte mo kapag pasmado yung sinundan mo. Basang-basa yung kapyo.
Basa. Oh, basa. Siyempre, kahoy pa yung ano nun, di ba?
Kahoy that time. Wala.
Ang tagal matuyo nung kahoy.
Pula yung goma yata ng stick.
Mm.
Mga ganon.
Grabe.
Alright. So wala ka na masyadong so Solar Boys lang yung sa'yo.
Solar
Sir Ray.
Boys, yan. Saka yung anghit, yan. Anghit ng mga tumatambay.
Angels.
Yan. Yung gumagapang sa ilong mo habang naglalaro ka, yan.
Meron ganyan. Bata pa lang, may ganyan na.
Oo,
Yung
meron.
May
abang
magpaparinig
ka
pa
naman,
dyan.
diba?
Ang baho!
Yung ano man, yung tipong naglalaro ka, wala pang tao sa likod mo. Tapos biglang may maamoy. Kilala mo na kung sino, babanggitin na lang yung pangalan. Mark.
Mark. Ay, Mark, andyan ka na pala, Mark.
Sabi, nandiyan.
Yan,
Pre,
yung
musta? Hindi ka pa tumitingin, alam mo na yung nasa likod mo.
Alam mo na kung sino eh.
Busy ka, nasa post ka.
Musta? Kinakausap mo na, hindi ka pa tumitingin.
No look.
Paano mo nalaman?
Secret.
Jedi mind trick. Alright. How about si Sir Joel? Sir Joel, any wild stories that you can tell us?
Well, wild stories. I have to admit, yung mga pinagtatambayan ko dati medyo tahimik lang kumpara rito sa mga kasakakosa natin dito. Pero,
ano kasi kami, street boys kasi kami. Street boys.
Sa BF, hindi masyadong ganun eh. Pero ang isang experience na lang na hindi ko makakalimutan was yun na nga, nung sa tambayan ron sa rentaan ng Famicom. There was one time na nagkapustahan talaga ng kotse. Rehistro ng kotse yon. And ang laro was Lunar Pool.
What?
Lunar Pool. If you remember yung
hindi pa katuloy na bilyar na lang.
sa Famicom. Lunar Pool. As in...
Yung top view.
Top view. As in, pusta nun, rehistro ng kotse. I mean, hindi ako makapaniwala na talagang,
rehistro ng kotse?
Pinapustahan nila eh. Pero, yun. I guess, in the end of it...
Before there was Fast and Furious, guys, there was Lunar Pool.
Yes, before Fast and Furious, there was Lunar Pool. Now, honestly, that was the wildest thing that I experienced in a video game rental place. Yung mga pinagtatambayan ko medyo tahimik lang, pero I have yung gustong-gusto ko yung mga naririnig ko yung mga kwento ni na Maynard, ni na Raymond, ni na Bell. Ni Carlo. Talagang honestly, those are the kinds of scenes na I'm not sure I would have survived. Pero I would have loved to have experienced. So there, that was it.
Mo pero hindi mo gustong ikaw yung nandun sa hindi.
So it's a nice place to visit, but I'm not sure I would have lived there.
Hindi kompleto, Sir Joel, yung pagkabata mo at pagka nagre-renta ka. Hindi mo naranasan yung mga naranasan namin.
I have to admit, kasi yun nga, yung during the time, puro yung mga rentahan ko, talagang napapasyalan ko lang sandali. And yun nga, because wala akong masyadong pera ng mga panahon na yun. Siguro, malaking bagay na rin kasi sa akin na during the time nag-ipon yung mga magulang ko para bumili ng Famicom para sa akin sa bahay. So, para hindi na rin ako masyadong naglalabas noon. Ganun eh. Naging lagalag lang na lang noon ako after nung nag-college na ako. Ganun.
Kaya siguro ako binila ng nanay ko kasi para hindi na ako lumayas ng bahay, no?
Wait lang, di ba? Investment na rin kasi yun. Di ba? Kasi naman sa panayang kupit.
Yung kupit, hindi natin napag-usapan.
Given yun eh.
Magkano rin na kupit ko?
Usapang kupit.
Minsan makukonsensya ka pa, 100 pa kukunin ko, 50 pesos lang. O 20 lang.
Ang laki mo.
Ang malupit
Ang
pa
laki ng
dyan.
50 pesos.
Malupit pa dyan. Makakupit ka na. Hihingi ka pa ulit.
Oo. Hindi
Diba?
naman alam eh.
Oo.
Hindi pa uli.
Makakupit ka na eh. Tapos biglang hihingi ka pa na parang wala kang alam.
Oo.
Mapember.
Ang problema niyan, tapos may kapatid ka pa. Tapos, di ba,
Times 2.
nakakupit ka na, hihingi ka sa nanay mo o sa tatay mo. Pag nakita ng nanay mo yung pitaka nila, nagkulang, sino kumuha na ito? Mali ko!
Ano mo siya no?
Tanong mo kay ate, sa akin, ganun eh. Tanong mo kay ate.
Nanduduro.
Hindi.
Baka
Tapos
pili.
na, tapos
Kaya
kanya-kanya,
Yung
ano,
alam
ano
sa'yo
to,
eh.
Gugupit
Absuelto
tapos
ako.
kanya-kanyang
Ate
taguan
ko
kung ano,
pagbibintangan, eh ako
kanya-kanyang
binigyan na.
tago kung saan-saan eh, no, para
Nag-double
may
pay, ay
nakaalam.
nag-double credit na ako sa akin.
Alright. So, ang dami pa pwede pag-usapan guys in regarding with the arcade and your gaming rental shops, eh, no? And unfortunately, hindi although meron pa rin namang mga lugar sa Pinas na napapa-rental shops, but mostly ang nakikita na lang natin is PC games, no? And even the arcades right now, yung mga sikat na mga laro na noon, halos di mo na rin na makita ngayon kung pupunta ka sa mga arcade shops. Pagpalagay natin walang COVID guys, eh, no? Usually ang makikita mo na lang diyan yung mga parang mga perya games na makikita mo lang sa
Exactly.
sa mga sa mga amusement parks, yung mga claw, yung
Dial machine, claw machine.
yung puro mga pambata na mga
Yes,
shins lang yun.
pambata.
Pero wala na talaga yung mga talagang joystick and button na arcades. Meron siguro ilan-ilan, no? But unti-unti na siguro sila nauubos. And all we have right now is syempre para ma-relieve lang ng mga oldies like us is through your emulation, your MAME, or yung mga arcade emulation devices ninyo, doon yun sila makikita. And well, at least, diba? Andun pa rin ang nostalgia. And we can probably end the show right now. Thank you so much sa mga input ng ating mga panel, no, sa in behalf of Mamo Chu na meron din sumunod na engagement along with this one. Same goes with J Prime, meron din siyang prior engagement, no. So we can probably end the show now, and thank you so much again si Sir Bell na humabol from work, si Papa M of course na talagang inudyok namin sumama na rin dito.
Siya kaya yung piso-piso house. Mawawala. Abnormal.
Video 1 piso house. Kasi yung iba hindi alam yun eh.
Yeah.
Marami.
Hindi kasi alam yun yung video 1. Sa arcade. Sa legit arcade lang cabinet.
Basta pag tinawag na videoan.
Uy, ang laking bagay kasi. Ang laking bagay kasi nung piso lang. Nung piso lang, may arcade ka na. Kahit credit lang, kahit hindi yung di oras. Kahit nga di oras na piso per 3 minutes, ang laking bagay na.
Sagana.
Kasi we're poor. Sabi nga ni Kuya Joel, we're poor back in the day.
We were, honestly.
We were poor back in the day.
Hindi ako naniniwala kay Sir Joel.
Pero mayaman tayo sa pero guys, mayaman tayo sa experience that time.
Yes, exactly.
Batang experience, batang
happy moments.
So, okay. So, shameless plug. Let's start with Sir Carlo. Sir Carlo.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Ano ba ipa-plug natin mga kaibigan? Ano ating papasakan?
Where they can find
goodbye
you.
na ba mga kaibigan? Hulog Piso Gaming. Gagawa na ako ng sarili ko streaming. Hulog Piso Gaming.
Hulog Piso Gaming.
RGCP mga kaibigan. At sa Facebook, pag-alala ako dyan. Ingat tayo lagi.
Like and follow kami agad kay Carlo sa Piso Gaming.
How about you, Sir Ray?
You can catch me at Retro Freak Gaming. Meron shameless na rin to eh. May paraffle ako sa page ko. Kahit hindi ako mag-reach ng 700 followers, I'm just going to get the raffle. So ang first prize ko is yung pinakita ko dito, yung ukulele na figure. Second prize yung yung game sa PS4, it's called
Agents of Mayhem.
Agents of Mayhem, yung third prize and
3,000 pesos.
Prize. 3,000. Mas malaki pa yung yung third prize yung baso ng Final Fantasy 15 at yung fifth prize ay third and fourth yun. Yung fifth prize ko is 100 pesos GCash load. So sa mga nanonood, you can follow me, like, share my my stream o yun lang ang kailangan yung gawin. Yun lang. Retrofit Gaming, PRG, Bano. Yan.
Bano.
Thank you. PRG Bano. Yan.
Shameless plug.
Ay, ayun, Belgian, search nyo lang. And ayun, follow nyo na rin. Pati Pinoy Retro Gaming, ito, huwag nyo kakalimutan i-follow.
Yan.
Supportahan
Huwag
nyo.
nyo follow
Lahat
yan.
tayo.
Huwag nyo
Marami
kalimutan.
tayo dyan. Iisa lang tayo. And join na rin kayo sa Pinoy Retro Gaming Community Group, FB Group. And ano pa ba?
Send
So,
your
ayun.
letter of intent kay Sir Bell. Resume nyo.
So ayun, follow lang. Kita-kits na lang sa stream.
Alright. Sir Joel, shameless plug.
Shameless plug. You can catch me at Pinoy Gamer Abroad, the Banyagang Native Facebook gaming channel. All you need to do is type in Banyagang Native or Pinoy Gamer Abroad sa search bar ng Facebook. Also, you can find me on twitch.tv, Banyagang Native. We're trying our best to broaden the spread of the retro gaming, not just on Facebook, but also on YouTube and also on twitch.tv. Also, you can find us sa Pinoy Retro Gaming. Just type in Pinoy Retro Gaming sa Facebook search bar. You will find me, the Pinoy Gamer Abroad, and all of these awesome guys. Belgian, Maynard, tsaka computer mo yan. Retro Freak Gaming, Raymond, J Prime with Primetime Retro. All of these great guys also at the RGCP. You can check us out. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat, and I am happy to pass it back to Joe.
All right. Syempre, before me, yung may-ari ng yung may-ari ng bahay.
Of course.
Ng piso-piso ng piso-piso arcade.
House, piso.
Oo.
Uy, ako. Ikaw
Ako
yun.
pala. Ayan. This is Papa M. You can always catch me here at Kaka-Computer mo yan. Timeless Gamer. Dun sa, teka lang. Timeless Gamer Wakalas Production. Tama ba? Baliktad. Wakalas Production, Timeless Gamer. Yan, i-search nyo na lang. Tapos ito, sa Pinoy Retro Gaming, kasama din ako dyan, guys. So, ayun lang. You can find me always here in my page. Yan, dito. Dito tayo maglalaro ng mga laro natin, ng kabataan natin. You can always go back to your childhood, guys. You are always welcome. Ayun, thank you for always watching the Timeless Gamer Podcast. May nabasa ako dito, sabi ni Sir Pau. Mention ko lang. Sir Pau, ang cool pala dito, first time watching here. Ayan, thank you. Thank you sa...
Happy to have you, Sir Pau.
Shout out kay Sir Pau.
Welcome. Sa mga bago po na nanonood,
Ano yan?
na nanonood. Ayan, actually, ngayon lang ulit ako kasi naisingit ko yung time, no? Yung time ko ngayong oras na dapat hindi ako kasama, pero sabi nila kasi dapat kasama ako sa house nga na videoan. Kasi sa akin yung term galing yun eh. Ayun, thank you guys sa mga nanood ng ating podcast for tonight or this weekend. Ayan. So, that's it. Thank you guys. Back to you, Sir Joe.
Thank you naman dyan, Papa M. And of course, guys, nakikita nyo naman, no? Banggitin na rin naman natin, no?
Sana all.
RGCP celebrating their 8th-year anniversary.
Yep.
Right?
Magpapadala raw si Sir Joe sa atin
So,
yan.
this is
Bel,
ito yung kanilang official na RGCP anniversary, 8th-year anniversary logo. Wala, in-print ako lang. Hindi ito galing talaga kay Chairman.
Pero magpapadala raw si Sir Joe sa atin yan. Huwag kang mag-alala. Magpapadala sa atin yan.
Para mas mura yata kung galing sa Pinas.
Double XL.
Yung padala. Marireceive nyo to after 6 months.
Tagal.
By that time, 9-year anniversary na.
Kupas na.
Hindi, baka si Sir Carlo, I think si na Chairman, Sir Carlo, meron bang nasabi si Chairman regarding the shirts for the 8-year anniversary?
Wala pa. Kung meron naman may popost naman nila. Popost naman nila.
Alright. So ang Retro Gamers and Collectors of the Philippines, guys, makikita nyo po halos lahat ng mga nandito, guys, member po ng Retro Gamers Collective of the Philippines. It's a Facebook group po na kung saan nagba-buy and sell po ang inyong mga ang inyong mga Pinoy retro gamers. If you're looking for a certain console or game or video game or toys, baka may makita po kayo doon. Malamang sa malamang sila rin na makikita niyo diyan. Sila rin ang mga makakalaban ninyo pagdating sa bidding, no? So,
Just say the
we
magic
got all
word,
for you.
dibs.
Una-unahan lang sa dibs, no? Nako,
Yeah.
mga hustler to mga yan, mga snipers mga yan. And of course, in regarding with the show, so you can catch our live shows. Marami pong ways paano nyo po magawa ito. You can go to our website, timelessgamer.wakalasproductions.com. Pwede po kayo sa Facebook page po ni Papa M. Ito pong page ito, kaka-computer mo yan. Or you can also go to the YouTube page na YouTube channel po ng Wakalas Productions. Doon din po naka-archive ang mga shows po namin. Or kung ayaw naman po makita ang mga apog ng mga nagsisigwapuang host ninyo, pwede po nyo marinig ang audio format ng aming mga shows. Available po yan sa Wakalas Radio, as in radio guys. Wakalas Radio. So, i-Google search nyo lang po ang Wakalas Radio. Available po siya Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, TuneIn, Castbox, and Breaker. So naka-archive po doon ang aming previous shows. Hindi lang po Timeless Gamer but yung aming naunang show which is the podcast version ng Kaka-Computer Mo Yan. We got 18 episodes po doon plus the current episodes po ng Timeless Gamer. So andun po lahat-lahat po kami. Hindi lang po Timeless Gamer and Kaka-Computer Mo Yan gaming podcast shows ang nandoon. Nandun ba din po ang ibang other podcast brought to you by Wakalas Productions. And yep, so on behalf of Mamo Chu and J Prime, thank you all. Thank you guys so much for being here. And as always, our bodies and our games may grow out of date, but our gaming experiences will forever remain
Timeless!
Bye-bye, guys. Thank you. Love you guys. See you next weekend.
Dende.